Yeah. First draft. Online. Press play. Blank page panic, not tonight. Blueprint loaded, plotline tight. Beat hits hard, cursor lights. 40 chapters, 2 hours right. Scene by scene, we lock it in. Hook so clean, they pull you in. Character drip, arcs on spin. Turn the bass up, let's begin. Press start, watch a world appear. Click once, now the story's here. Super fun, super easy, dear. Let the chorus make it clear. Plug the blueprint, let it fly. 40 chapters, 2 hours slides. Your first draft, fun and easy, watch it come alive. Ride it faster than the night. Raise the rhythm, catch the light. Your first draft, turn the page while the bass bites. Ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it, got it, got it. Write it, write it, write it, write it, write it, write it. Blueprint, guide it, guide it. Authors in the booth with a plot that slaps. Beat sheet snapping like hi-hat claps. Stack those scenes like a DJ set. Clip at the end, say let's reset. Timeline tight, we never lag. Chapter by chapter, tag by tag. Cursor dancing in neon haze. 2-hour novel, hit that phase. Click sync, let the music stream. Easy mode, on your writing dream. Super fun, super clean, supreme. Say the name with me. Plug the blueprint, let it fly. 40 chapters, 2 hours slides. Your first draft, fun and easy, watch it come alive. Light it faster than the night. Raise the rhythm, catch the light. Your first draft, turn the page while the bass bites. I bring the beat, bring the fly. I set the play, I set the dots, load the plan, unlock the gate. 2-hour book, we don't be late. Blueprint, lock it, cursor, rock it, story, drop it, banger, drop it, write it on the fly. Watch the pages multiply. Fun and easy vibes. Plug the light storyline. Plug the blueprint, let it fly. 40 chapters, 2 hours fly. Your first draft, fun and easy, watch it come alive. Write it faster than the night. Read the rhythm, catch the light. Your first draft, turn the page while the bass bites. Draft on. Blueprinting, stories out. 2 hours in, lights out.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, it's a Friday night, and we have just had ourselves a little mini party, didn't we, ladies? How are y'all doing today?
Good. I'm trying to get the.
I think that's the I love you sign.
Yeah, it's I love you. So I think it's this one.
Or
I don't know.
Why
Does
are
it work?
not doing the? Okay,
Does
so
it
I got that one.
it's this one.
Oh, it's
Are you-
this. Oh, okay, it's rock hands. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
There we
what.
go.
Am I not turned
There we
on?
go.
Mine are not turned on.
I needed
I
that.
know.
I needed that pick me up. It has been an unexpected night, as I told you in the chat. I'm just going to ask for a quick shout out for Mama Schilling, my mama.
Mama!
Yes. My mom has diabetes and she has some other like health issues. And can we just say thank goodness for all those emergency room shows and stuff, all the medical dramas that we watch on TV? I'm telling you, because I was in the garage and the light was off. My parents looked the garage. My parents are so cute. They're like we lived their high school years and stuff because they watch TV in the garage and all of that. So the light was off. And yes, they literally like relive their high school years in the garage. Okay.
You know what I've just realized? Like just now, don't have any idea why it just hit me after all this time. I should start packaging I should take all of these things that we've done and drop them on Spotify.
Yeah.
All of our Fridays, just our Fridays and I think I should do that.
So the good reason for the ER thing is because we turned the light on And my mother looked like an Oompa Loompa. She was yellow.
Oh,
She was
snap.
yellow head to toe. And I was like, oh, you got to go to the emergency room.
See,
And what was
yeah.
funny about this, because my parents are similar age and all that, and usually it's my dad who is we got to take him to the emergency room because he's stubborn and he's had heart issues and all that. So this was really kind of comical because we're telling Mama, you got to go to the emergency room. And she's like, I'll call my doctor on Monday and all that. I'm like, Mom, you look like you got a bad spray tan. You are yellow. We're having to take pictures and like you guys can see I'm pretty darn pale. She looked like a highlighter. And what was funny is that my dad took this opportunity to go, Debbie, it's your turn. You have to go.
It's your turn. It's your turn. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
So,
we don't. Who know? We don't know what it is. They're at the hospital.
It's going
right
to be
now
fine.
waiting
She's in
for
good
it.
hands. My sister Chris is with her. So we just, for those who can relate,
Oh yeah, my
Chris
goodness.
and my dad, they're all there. So just thoughts and well wishes. I'm sure I will get. I'm sure it'll get better and all that. So.
Yeah, I was just looking at the picture that you sent me. I'm like, holy crap! Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
Oompa Loompa, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, and you don't want it to be unsettled. You want it to be subtle. You want it to like, oh, this just started happening. Let's get her to the hospital, as opposed to full on. I'm an orange person. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Yes.
Ugh.
And my mom's not a drinker or anything like that. I mean, she does have diabetes, so most likely it's a pancreatic something or other. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. Her liver function was just checked and it was fine. So it's she'll be okay. She's been under a doctor's care for a couple of weeks now. So we'll get some answers. But that's why there's no new song, because I didn't think My Mother Looks Like a Yellow Oompa Loompa was a good song title to turn into Suno, and they literally left for the emergency room about 10 minutes before the live. And I told her she wasn't going to go. I was like, I will cancel my live. And I Chris was like, you can't make her go. I'm like, she's skin and bones. I can pick her up and make her go. She can't stop me. And Chris is like, okay, we don't need to go that far. I would just call the ambulance and the EMTs can take her. I was like, oh, that's much better. That's a much better plan than my plan of kidnap my mom and throw her in the car.
Wow, our our chat is going.
Yeah, and this is why I'm talking about this, because I think a lot of us deal with this. A lot of us have health issues, of course, and all of that. So it's always a good idea, even if it turns out to be nothing, which would be great if that's the case. But this is great that we've seen ER and all of that, and we can help each other. We live in a great time for modern medicine. Here. Thank God there's penicillin, right? I watched House of Guinness last night, so I was watching historical stuff. So I'm just going to hold on to toxic positivity. Oh, shoot. Wow. I lost the bet. I didn't stay on topic. But I didn't make the bet. What topics was I supposed to stick to?
Can we be real?
What topics
there was never...
I supposed to stick to is the most, like, I'm going to put that on a shirt for you, Elizabeth. That's what... How am I supposed to stay on topic? I don't know what topic I'm supposed to.
I don't know what the topics are.
There was no possibility.
Okay, but no, we have some good news today. We do have some good. We have some good news stuff. So, Jay, yeah, Jen is in the chat. Jen, did you get a chance to play with it? Like, what do you think of it? The YFD.
Oh, are we playing with new YFD stuff?
We might. If people are into it. I'm definitely playing with it tomorrow. Oh gosh, Jen goes, I did 2 books and it's so good.
So, as you probably know, my day is spent either thinking about content, making content, or editing content. That's pretty much my life. And my life was interrupted because this morning or yesterday or something like that, Suno came out with version 5. I can't wait for you to start playing with it, Elizabeth.
Oh no, I could have found Suno 5. Man, tonight was crazy.
I was going to say to you, wait until you play around with it. And do me a favor, Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
This time, have a little catchphrase or something. Tell it about all the stuff, right? but then use a recording of yourself singing something. I don't care if it's good. It doesn't have to be good or anything like that. But if it's just the tune
La,
of what
la,
you're,
la.
the idea of
Yeah.
what you were thinking, I want you to do that too. And let's see if we can have ourselves the next level experience with all of the things you told me about last week. Plus that little thing. Oh my God, you are about to have so much fun.
Awesome. That's great. That's fantastic.
I'm not even gonna lie. I've been having a lot of fun making videos and testing things out and playing with new features and listening to new fidelity and so much fun.
It's better than how I spent my afternoon. My afternoon was spent finding a video that probably no one clicked on in the newsletter. I said, because this affects authors by squirrel, and just meaning we're going to get off topic. And then squirrel was a hyperlink, and I found a video that went to a squirrel singing Rickrolled. Like,
Wow.
it's actually just the music video with the like a badly pasted on.
Oh
squirrel
my God,
head,
never
but-
gonna give you up.
and it's in like a little squirrel voice. It's awesome. So
Never gonna give. Never gonna
All
give.
right. People are talking about their afternoons. SL today migrated their newsletter out of MailerLite. Good job. Good job.
Nice.
yep,
A
I know.
squirrel. Oh, Jay's got dad jokes.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
nuts.
oh, that's
But,
really
fun.
Jay. Wow. I'm
That's
sorry. I mean, I had to like deep cut on that. I was like looking at the joke for a second, going, "What is he actually?" Oh,
It's all right. I got childish really quickly and it
the
thought
groan is the
he's
new
nuts.
laugh.
And I was like, no, we're not going that way.
I swear. You know what this feels like to me? Have you ever watched Kelly and Mark in the morning on ABC? Well, oh my gosh, this feels like when I'm bantering back and forth with you ladies, this is such a Kelly and Mark sort of hi, yes, oh my goodness, our day. What did you happen? Oh, my mother. You
Yeah,
know,
well,
all of this
My
stuff.
day earlier started off, my daughter got angel fang piercings today. And that was interesting because we went.
It's a lip piercing.
Yeah, she's got a piercing here. It goes through her lip. It does not go through her mouth. So she's got the little ball bearing. She's cute as a button with it, like really cute. I was not in favor of this piercing when she asked for it 2 years ago. And
I'm sorry. I'm an old man.
I
I'm
know.
still not in favor of it.
I know.
But
My parents
what
weren't
else?
either until they saw it on her and they were like, okay, no, that's cute. But the cool thing is we went to the tattoo parlor
Still.
piercing place. Shout out to Blue Horseshoe Tattoo on Virginia Beach Boulevard. Love them. And I'm getting a tattoo next Thursday, by the way. Another
First
one.
one?
Oh, God, no. 5.
My wife, she only has one of them, and I keep wondering if she's gonna pull it.
It's been 20 years since my last tattoo, though, so that's interesting.
It's because you're old.
I know.
All right.
I know. Anyway, we go there, and I have her passport, and I have my passport, right? Because I have to prove her age. And they're like, do you have her birth certificate? And I'm like, I have her passport. And they're like, yeah, but this doesn't prove that you're her mother. And I'm like,
What?
I'm like, I have her passport with my passport. And they're like, yeah, that doesn't prove that you're her mother.
Confused person
But
say
why-
what?
Why do they have this?
Oh, no, I'm glad that they have this thing. I'm not upset about it, but we had to go all the way back home. And this time I got my marriage license, my divorce decree, her social card, my social card.
You're a pain.
certificate,
You're
my
a
birth
pain.
I just
You
walked
see
the
her?
whole folder.
She's just like so vindictive. You see this?
I'm
You
not.
see
I'm
what
not,
she did?
I'm not doing a third trip.
You're like,
Like, all right, you want paperwork? I got paperwork for you.
I'm telling you, that is you could just see spite. The spite. It's just
We
oh
were
my
cool.
God.
We were cool. We were cool. I was mad at myself. What was funny is I was mad at myself, and Christine was with us, and Christine does have ADHD. And I'm like, I'm trying not to be mad at myself. I should have prepared for this. I should have had this. And she goes, she's in the passenger seat. She goes, this is my everyday life. Like, I don't have the thing I need for the thing, and I always have to go do a second go back.
thing.
So
I was gonna have to go do a second thing.
she's like, if I got mad at myself for this kind of stuff, I'd be mad at myself every day. And I was like, okay, point taken.
Elizabeth gave him a sonograph.
Wow,
photo.
that was
Yes, I did. I was like, and here's my stretch marks. And
what I love is the
Susan, you see these stretch marks?
oh dear God.
But it was really great. She advocated for herself. They were asking her if she wanted anything else pierced. They were trying to be like, lots of kids your age get the eyebrow pierced or whatever. She was like, no, I want angel fangs. I have decided that that's the best piercing for my face, and that's what I want. And I'm like, she was just so like,
Elizabeth.
yes.
I give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She's an adult.
Yeah. Stacey's met her in real life.
I'm just telling you,
Yeah.
she's literally going to be an adult in like.
Oh, no, she already is. She's just waiting for the rest of the world to acknowledge her adultness.
Well, and when I was a kid, I wanted to be an adult so bad. I had so many things that I wanted to do that I knew adults just got to do. I had a beer and I went, oh my God, this is such a cool beer. I like the idea of it. I like the kind of weird taste to it. And I kind of took to it immediately. And I was like, oh, but I can't even really have one for another 4 years.
Aww.
It was so annoying. I kept wishing my mom, I was like, Ma, can't we just move to Britain? I mean,
you can have them. I wanted to be an adult so that I could stay up past my bedtime and read whatever I wanted.
Right.
So I wasn't.
I like to stay up late too.
Yeah, I like to stay up late.
Not anymore.
I don't even need to give my daughter a bedtime. We just tell her like at 8 p.m. the electronics have to go off, and she just gets bored and goes to bed. She's like, what's the point of being awake without my phone?
Well, and I much more rather I'd rather work the whole time I'm up, and my wife will be like, yo, what you doing? I'm like, I was just like, you should just, I was like, okay, I'm gonna.
My parents let me read Susan whatever I wanted, but there was a mean librarian when we went to the library. She didn't want me going to the adult section. My mom had to write a note to allow me to go out into the adult section to get books because I was past the reading level in the children's room. True story.
That's a belief. That's a belief. I could see you having, I'm a smart girl problems. It's not your fault.
That are age appropriate. Cool. I decided Anne Rice is age. Now, in defense, I was reading Anne Rice in middle school. So, like,
what was your first Anne Rice book?
Oh, The Vampire Lestat.
Interesting.
An Interview with the I think I read Interview with the Vampire first, actually.
I was gonna say, I was like, how in the world would you have gotten to Lestat without all of the fanfare of that? But that book was the biggest thing in the entire world.
I wanted to see the movie, and I wasn't allowed to see rated R movies. So I checked the book out of the library because I told my parents I read the book. And so once I said I'd read the book, then I was allowed to watch. Like, if there was a loophole, I would find it for whatever I wanted to do.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Who took you to the movie?
Oh, no. I had to watch it like on VHS when it came out because.
Oh, you negotiated. Yeah. So I forget. All right. So when I was like young, right? Mm-hmm. And you'll probably be able to relate with this. I was poor, not just like,
yes,
abjectly in the Cabrini Green sort of poor, but I was in the ghetto poor, which is just a little bit above, and I'm in Baltimore and all of that stuff. So you make lots of compromises when you get stuff. Okay. When things are given to you, whenever you do things, whatever you do, it is I am a poor person compromise. So I could see you possibly being a young person and coming up with all kinds of things with this idle mind of you. Oh my gosh, I could not imagine having I had my own money very early because we
I was not your level, Ekello, but there was definitely more month than money. So I realized from a very early age I needed to make money, and I did. But I think a lot of people are in that situation, and it's made us who we are today.
Yeah, I have to say the entrepreneurialism in me has always been around, but I've never found the right vehicle or the right thing that kind of hones my superpowers, the powers that I have, like telling people and explaining to people the joys and pitfalls of using artificial intelligence to do all kinds of things, not just write, but create in a fuller way. I mean, there's a lot of little mini Scorsese's out there and little people who could create games that people would never even think about because they got this crazy little IP sitting in their thing. And that's one of the reasons why we are who we are.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do is what we do is when what we do at the Future Fiction Academy is help people understand both the craft of writing and the actual art of writing with good craft while using artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
I have to say it is one of the most difficult things in the entire world to do without any training, without any guidance. It's the worst. It's the worst. So years ago, I hooked up with the Academy, and I remember thinking to myself, oh my gosh, everybody is kind of going in the same direction. When innovations happen, someone brings it to the group looks at it, they analyze it, people rip it apart, they go, no, yes, no, yo, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And we come to a consensus that is like more holistic instead of doctrine. And then we use those abilities, those new abilities, and apply them to brand spanking new things and make even better stuff. And then new stuff comes out. And then we analyze that new stuff. And
we're not doing that anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just about to say this transitions into what we were going to talk about, but I'm thinking like we do new things with it, but a lot of it is already being more and more adopted. Right. Like my son is in middle school and he's on the autism spectrum. He has an IEP. He is allowed in school. They have school issued Chromebooks. Like all their schoolwork is online, is in the cloud online, whatever. And he's allowed to use predictive text and speech to voice to text and all. He has several different things the school is preparing him to use because he has trouble with fine motor skills and expressing himself and lots of other problems that, granted, predictive text isn't generative AI, but it's all in that same category.
It's AI.
It's the precursor. It's where it started.
Machine learning.
Yeah, machine learning. And the fact that we are in suburban public school, and my middle-aged son with middle school age son with an IEP can have not only have access to this, but his teachers are encouraging it. This is not cutting edge anymore.
I could not get Caitlin to learn how to spell. She's a little bit older than Mark, not much, but like 4 years older, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right. 5, maybe.
Is he 13?
No, he's only just turned 12.
Just turned 12, yeah. So they're 4 years apart because she just turned 16.
Oh, yeah.
And I felt, because I homeschooled, obviously, because I had a bad situation. We had to move all the time. So IEPs, special education is a state-by-state sport, people, in case you didn't know.
And they don't transfer.
They don't transfer very well. So I felt like a bad mom at first, being a homeschool mom. And the way that Caitlin learned how to write, and I think all of us like wish we had this. She had an iPad from a very early age, and she figured out she could start typing it, or she would voice speak it, and it would turn it into her words, her writing. And then she started, like, I could type it and I could pick the right word for how to spell it from the predictive text. And now she can spell words and she knows the meaning of words. And what's great about these accessibility features is it allows anyone with a gap in their education, anyone who has maybe some kind of injury at the moment, you're frazzled, you have a learning disability. It allows your cognitive ability to actually match the outward communication.
I have my SL Shul says, my daughter
Mhm.
has dyslexia and has used dictation for years to write for her paper, write her papers, and listens to all of her books. Guess who else uses a bunch of dictation and listens to all of their books? Me.
Ah,
I am very much dyslexic. I have it. It's, as a matter of fact, I used to have to work. I have systems. You have to have systems to use these to go through life and not realize that either some people have dyslexia so bad that they'll look at a curb and think it's up and it's actually down. That's really bad dyslexia. Mine's more text based, and let me tell you what, reading to everyone all the time when I do it, I am working so hard not to say the wrong thing, and it's just
Jay says the real shame is before technology, these kids, like some of us, were just told we just weren't smart like the other kids. That happened to my father. I think it probably happened to you, Ekello.
Welcome to being a person from a different time period.
Yeah.
I am
Not smart or
literal.
disruptive, or like it was
No.
always put on the kid, unfortunately, in a lot of cases.
If you don't
Yeah.
fit our cookie cutter one way to teach everybody, the problem is you, and it's definitely not our system that only has one shape to fit all.
The thing that drives me crazy is that everyone understands that when we built the educational system in this country, we were also building the industrial age. At that specific moment when they needed to have as many people minimally educated as possible so they get their butts through a little bit of adolescence so they can get them into school, get them in the factories at 16. They had a motivation to do that and get that done so that the people wouldn't knock their fingers off when they're in the thing because they couldn't read a thing on the wall or something like that. And it was a factory mindset. And so I don't think that the world is a factory mindset sort of.
No,
Right.
and this is a really great discussion for an education channel. And I know there's a lot of great people in our education fields who are working on this from all different points of views and thoughts and all this. So definitely my heart and my thoughts are with principals and teachers and all of that, especially today.
Yes,
I am in solidarity. Love you guys. We love our teachers. We love our teachers. But so let's talk about the FFA and how we are retiring the word mastermind.
Why is that, Elizabeth? Are we getting rid of the mastermind? Is it gone forever?
No, I'm just tired of saying if you're a member of the mastermind or accelerator, when we no longer allow anyone to join the mastermind because we're never selling that again. And the other thing too is that we have changed our curriculum so much, and also like there's a couple of reasons. I guess I should have started off with the thing. So the number one reason is what got me started thinking about this is I hate saying. And if you're a member of the mastermind or accelerator, but you can only join the accelerator, but everybody in the accelerator is in the mastermind and everyone in the mastermind is in the accelerator. Like,
y'all do not let her fool you. This is a dragon of her own making.
Yeah. Jay goes accelerator plus mastermind equals fastermind.
Yes. Hey, do me a favor.
In the meeting.
Wait. There were 76 people in here like for 3 seconds.
Okay.
I was gonna say to everybody.
I've been watching the numbers. What they're doing is they're coming and seeing like, is she doing anything yet? Okay, no, I'll come back later. Is she doing anything yet? No, I'll come back later.
All right.
I know our audience.
All right. So you 72 people who are in here before you jack out of here. 71 people before you jack out of here. Do me a favor. Hit the like button, please. Hit the like button. Hit it so we can get this out to as many people as possible. And also, I did an interview with Steppa Jonas about amazing Substack article that she wrote. I am going to premiere that next Thursday. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a live premiere of it. And I'm going to be in the chat. And I think hopefully I can get Steph into the chat too. And maybe you'll have a couple other special guests in the chat. But make sure you join us next Tuesday at, I was going to say 2, but it isn't 2 o'clock. It is 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern time next Thursday. Next Thursday.
Yeah, not Tuesday, Thursday.
Not Tuesday. Next
So,
Thursday.
The other thing that I want to talk about, Stacy, you have heard about like the cycle for adoption of tech, the different stages.
Yeah.
Innovator.
So you essentially have the innovators, the early adopters, then the majority adopters,
early majority,
then there's
late majority,
All that stuff.
and then the stragglers.
Yep, then the stragglers.
Or the laggards. I like that word too. Laggards. That's another.
And then my mom's finally doing it.
And then yes,
it also follows the exponential curve factor. So if you watch an exponential curve, you can actually have the early adopters here, the somebody here, somebody there, and then your mama.
So my mother-in-law still does not have an email address to this day. Oh yeah. I mean, there are some people that will really, really hold out, and Jay goes, and finally the Amish.
And finally the Amish.
Although some of them, they're not adopting any of it. So, but at any rate, the innovation time, I would say, was the years leading up to us starting the mastermind. And we were just kind of starting to come out of the innovation time when we started the mastermind and maybe into that first year. And I believe that, and please check me on this, I don't think we're in early adoption anymore. I think we are in early majority. And that is why we are retiring. We are retiring the name mastermind, and everybody is just accelerated. You join the accelerator to get your AI education quickly, or you are an OG mastermind member who's now in the accelerator because we have your first draft and all of these other great tools that are coming down the pipeline that y'all don't even know about. Y'all don't even know about Simon. Don't even know about Simon. But Raptorite Plus Cloud is, if it's not out, it's in baby, I believe. But we're letting everyone have free cloud Raptorite and the new updates to Raptorite. We're aiming for a public release of your first draft for December. And so in October, there will be another round of people able to do the YFD boot camp. So it's your last chance to get into the YFD before the general public. And when I say that YFD is a game changer, I mean, it is, we set about the last 2 weekends trying to write 3 books in a single weekend. We failed.
Failed miserably.
But I wrote 140,000 words that's actually coherent in a weekend. Stacy, what did you accomplish?
If you ask anyone that was in my class, they'll tell you we did all 3 books.
They did not. No, it's a lot.
I want to see who my
who's your loyals?
Who's ratting her out? Is there anybody ratting her out?
Who's in the circle of trust? Who's in Stacy's circle of trust?
Anybody ratting her out?
Oh my gosh. You know who your ride or die is, Stacy. You know who your ride or die is.
Ride or die. I love that Ross is like, shh.
Yeah. Shh.
How can it be a secret if you taped it? I'm just saying.
There was a reason we did it though. Like we wanted to go. I mean, this is how we've always been. It's always been about like go big. And see what we can do. And we stretched our legs. And guess what? It wasn't the AI that let us down. At least in my situation, it was not the AI and it was not the software that was the pinch point. Do you want to know what the pinch point was?
Trying to teach it at the same time that you're
actually...
Oh, what? You?
So what had happened was...
What had happened was...
we updated the processors in the computers. But we have not updated the processing up here.
What do you mean? I
mean, after you try to read through 140,000 words in a weekend and you're like just like validating them, you feel.
This is why I do it with the Reader app, because I can speed it up to like 3 times. Get a bunch of the actual writing validated, making sure everything, because if I do it the other way.
Yeah, even Carlo teased me that I was by the end of the second day, last hour or something, like I was editing through and I left in like the smell of the Zamboni or something.
The Zamboni.
Yeah, he's like, what does a Zamboni really smell like? I'm like, that's my April check to make sure she is paying attention.
Yeah,
Gotta be
yeah,
one of
that's
those
what it
days.
is. We're making sure those editors are earning their money.
Oh,
Yep,
you're wrong.
gotta
You're
make
wrong.
sure, and then I'll go back and check if it's still there. But yeah, I just by the end of that, I was like seeing cross-eyed, and I couldn't keep up with the AI output. It smells like
Susan
cold.
says
Hey,
it smells like cold, but actually that's not true, Susan, because we all know it smells like cold and ozone.
And
Whatever the hell ozone smells like, it smells like ozone.
oh, I know exactly what ozone smells like, but that it's still a little, bring it every time. All right, so we're changing. So we're changing.
We are changing. We are adapting with the times. It is less helpful, I believe, in this current state of where the technology is and everything like that, to be so heavily focused on the new.
Wait, well, hold on. New.
We'll make it a pseudo song.
Yeah, that feels like a good one.
And the truth is, a lot of the stuff that's coming out new right now, it ain't ready for prime time. It's like half baked, half cooked. They release it and they need to do some fixes on it and all of that. And I don't blame them because I also like new shiny, but I did get to the point where I don't even have time to keep up on everything anymore, because we have matured, and it's the arms race has happened, and now it's time to train for battle. To use Kimberly, because Kimberly says it's an arms race, and this ain't a scene; it's an arms race. Shout out to anybody who gets those lyrics. It is time for training for battle, because the battle is coming. The battle is coming for reader attention. That's the battle that we've always been in. We've always been in the war for that. Hasn't changed. So we are going to be shifting our curriculum to spending at least 50% of the time. I think Ekello is writing a song right now. We're going to be shifting our curriculum to spending about 50% of the time on accountability and production focused material. How to get you from idea to published. And we have a new thing coming for that.
And I think I love the idea, of course, because I was part of making it, but came from my brain, or part of my brain. It has to be wonderful. But I really like the idea, because we're not teaching in slices anymore, as in, how do you do this with the AI? How do you do that with the AI? We're showing you, I'm doing this with AI. Follow me as I'm doing it. And we still have all the pre-recorded classes.
Yes.
So if you need to catch up on any particular aspect, like I need to go deeper into characters or dialogue or something like that, my scene briefs, anything like that, it's all pre-recorded, because those aren't changing or becoming so experimental anymore. But now you can watch us putting it all together in real time, which, again, it's not as explosive as it was in the early days, but I think it's a lot more fun because we're getting more out of it together.
Yeah, we're going to be cracking the nut. That is, what does it mean now to actually produce with AI? Like, at first it was like, how do you figure out how to use this AI thing? Like, we learned how the AI works. Like, if there's a conflict in a prompt, what wins? If the top of the prompt says the character has green hair and the bottom of the prompt says the character has blue hair, you tell me in the chat which one wins. What does the AI write? We'll wait for the chat. They'll say,
there's a delay.
Yeah. Oh no, Steph.
Blue.
Top says green, bottom says blue. It is the last one. Yeah. Lately, it's whatever the hell it wants. And that's the thing. If there's a conflict, it's like whatever it is, the last instruction will go with the last instruction wins when we're talking generative AI. And then a lot of times too, if you have something if something's an important detail, you want it in the top or the bottom because it's ragging the middle if it's a very long prompt. So there's a lot of things that we have figured out without a lot of help. I will say we did not get a lot of help from the people who made these things. We had to figure everything out our side. But now it's time to like really feel the pain of, or not feel the pain. It's time to work together to get through the pain of the adjustment. We have adjusted it. The adjustment has happened, and now it's time for us to figure out what that adjustment actually means in real terms for us to continue on with our careers. So, you guys asked about marketing. You asked about getting seen. You didn't put it in the newsletter about the press, did you?
I briefly mentioned, like, I said one of the things you were squirreling about is...
Oh, okay, so that's the topic I'm allowed to talk about.
You're going to talk about it anyway. You asking my... I did put, well, because I put the sequencing class, or the sequencing class.
Wait a minute. Wait. I literally went off to make a song for 30 seconds, and I come back, and you're already fending her off of telling a secret. Stop, Lisbeth. No more secrets.
It's not a secret. It was not a secret. I did not sign an NDA.
Get your sister on that. But yeah, I talked how our serialization class and how you're thinking of moving into an F1 and how that works into the press. So I think enough people know there is a press.
You don't think that enough people know that there's a press?
No, I think enough people do know there is a press.
And if you don't know that there is a press, there's this thing called the Future Fiction Press. The Future Fiction Press is an AI-forward, AI-friendly press run by three very nice people. Well, actually, only really the editor-in-chief, which is Steph Bajonas. She's the one that runs that puppy. Yeah. She does all of that work, just like Stacy runs all of the education stuff. We bow down to her. But yeah, the press does. We have over 11 titles already out.
16. You didn't go to the meeting this week,
Ekello. 16.
16. All right, y'all. So we got 16. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna just get a little pattery with that when we. One day our company will be so big that everyone will be like, well, we just don't have enough money to even buy you now.
Sue's got it. Press, then studio. Okay. So we suffer from perfectionitis. I don't know if anybody else suffers from that too. None of us really love Kindle Unlimited. I have been an outspoken critic of Kindle Unlimited. It's sometimes a necessary evil for some people. I get it. And we did throw all of our books in KU, except for the EAW book and the nonfiction book. We did throw all the books in Kindle Unlimited because we really just needed to get out of our own way and get something across the finish line so that we could keep going, because we kept derailing ourselves with coming up with more things we needed to do before we could publish our first book. To the point that Snowstorms and Schnapps was written in October of 2024, but did not publish until August of 2025. And I think even Steph's was written that year. And then
Steph's book was one of the first ones written.
Yeah, I want to say that one was done even before Snowstorms and Schnapps was done. Yeah, that one was done really quickly after we did after we did all the legal paperwork.
Yeah.
So
hers was probably even the first one.
Yes. So the mentioning of the studio, that's a hearkening back to, we attempted to start the press earlier this year. And then I had to like a month later be like, sorry guys, it's not
just a press.
It's we have to rethink this. Like my gut's telling me there's something big coming. We need to hold on. And something big did come over the summer, and it's called VO3. Nana Banana, and like the multimedia went. And I had a hunch. If you go back and you watch the Club Strats, the 25 and 25s, I said in May that there's something big coming. My gut's telling me we have to hold tight for a second. There's something big coming.
Oh, when she gets her gut going.
And I mean, it's not like I'm that great.
Yeah, but you got a little spidey sense on you.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like it wasn't like that ridiculous of a prediction.
No.
And
Huh? You're right. I said you're right. It wasn't exactly.
It was a pretty obvious something is coming. It's been too quiet for too long and they're doing stupid stuff and none of this stuff is out.
It's one of the
something's behind the scenes.
I mean, it's one of the main reasons why Ben and I are over at 1111 Media Creator Academy doing trying to teach people the fundamentals of filmmaking so that when they have the opportunity to use these tools and make their businesses go from here to here to here, you know, that they have the fundamentals down of how to make story really translate on, you know, on in front of people and on their eyes when they're looking at their phone and they want to watch something really quickly.
Yeah, Kim Gordon says Creator Academy is great. Do you have a link to the Creator Academy? It's the 1111 Media Creator Academy, but we're just going to call it the Creator Academy. That's the and Keith says loving 1111. I think we have the link, the affiliate link down in the description, or if not, on the other video.
If not, it will be in like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
2, 1. Yep.
But yes, our classes are going really well. We're getting pretty deep into the curriculum now. We have a class tomorrow. If you wanted to start up, you could catch up and watch the replay that I put out every Tuesday. I have them out on Monday night usually, but they're up by Tuesday morning of every Tuesday. And you can watch all of the stuff that we've done up until this point and be ready for next week's class. So if you want to, I'll make sure that there are links in the description below as soon as I can get to it, as soon as I can stop yapping. There we go.
So we put books out on the FFA and we did not do marketing. We literally just kind of put them out there and we let the authors know.
She's about to brag.
No. I'm not bragging.
I want you to brag.
I
brag.
know. I'm going over the data. It's not bragging. It's just data.
I love it when you brag.
It's plain true.
Yeah. So turns out in the absence of marketing and doing like a self-fulfilling prophecy that you will do a lot of page reads, we put 16 books out in the wild. 14 of them were in Kindle Unlimited. All 14 of them made equal money in sales to page reads or more money in sales than page reads over the last 2 months.
Oh, here we go, y'all.
Multiple genres.
Yeah, I was in this meeting.
It's the closest thing that anyone can get to. Like, it was a brand new pen name. Nothing went to a reader newsletter. Like, we had signups for our reader newsletter, but Christina can back me up. We have not sent to our readers, like, here's a new book from Sydney Marsh or anything like that. Sydney Marsh doesn't have a newsletter. I mean, she does now, but she didn't when those books launched. So we launched in like 5 different genres, I think.
Yeah. Something like that.
We put the books in KU. The cover images match the genre. The blurbs are great. People bought the books. People read the books. More money was made with unit sales than
page reads. It's very much like the Spotify model. I'm like, how are you going to make money if the music people are always taking that money? Oh, you're going to add podcasts where you don't really have to pay them that much money. Oh, you're going to add audiobooks that are talked by AI, so you don't have to pay the music people any money from any of that stuff. That's how. To
see the price point of the books, we haven't made any changes. Most of them are $2.99 to $4.99. They're the lower priced, but our best performing books on the press, the $2.99 books, by leaps and bounds. And one of them is a re-release. One of them is a book that's already been out. It's The Test of Fire by Elizabeth Ann West, and it was not a new pen name, and it's an old book and people have bought it. So I now have the buy-in on my team. Steph is on board. Steph has been working. We bought futurefiction.ai and ffic.ai earlier this year because we do Dream of the Studio, the multi-model and all of that. So Jay says, so all the things we're told we have to do in order to get sales, once again, FFA proves them wrong. If it makes you feel any better, I have been doing that since 2011. Not doing, like, I was $2.99 when everyone was 99 cents. And they're like, no, you have to be 99 cents. I was like, no, you have to sell 20 99-cent books for my 6 at $2.99, or for my one.
To be fair, you've been a contrarian since 1982 or whenever you were born.
That is my year of birth. Thank you.
Oh, there we go. So, yeah, you were contrarians.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you had to start talking, but you were contrarian from the early days.
Tell me what I can't do, and I'll say hold my bonnet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Christina, I wasn't trying to say that the pricing, huge emphasis, $2.99 is novellas, like 30,000 words. Yeah, definitely novellas. But even my EAW novellas are at $4.99. So EAW's a real join me, watch me or join me. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But at any rate, here's the transition that we're doing, and we're going to be able to watch it front and center in the accelerator. I almost said the M word. I did not say the M word. You're going to be able to watch it on the accelerator because it's all about acceleration now. We are going to have every single book that we publish with the FFP be free to read at least for 30 days when it first comes out by anyone on our website. 100%. Chapter 1 to the last chapter. Every single chapter. You can just read it. And the prices in the store are going up. Novels will be $7.99 to $9.99. Novellas will be probably the $2.99 to $5.99, depending. And we're also going to be selling them ourselves on our website. But more importantly, we will have a subscription service. So if we can do 16 books in 2 months with our little crew, and we're thinking of a model, this is the prototype idea. Okay. It might change. Don't hold me to this, but if I get what I want, it's going to be this. We've been really kind of like refactoring and thinking, sorry, I'm getting texts. Stacey, could you talk a little bit about how we've been thinking about what's best for readers?
Yeah,
Just in general.
absolutely. So Elizabeth turned me on to, I feel weird saying it. I made my husband look it up too. Banana Ball, which is, you're going to have to look it up on YouTube yourself. Elizabeth sat down.
No, I've watched an entire Banana Ball. You mean the baseball team?
Yeah, the baseball.
Oh, you had never been, you were not familiar.
I don't know how I missed it or.
Oh,
Elizabeth had to show me. I had to show my husband. I'm telling we'll go into a game if we ever get tickets, but
it's incredibly difficult. They were just here, and oh my God, honey. Yeah. They had to take they had a lottery to get in. It was like the Book of Mormon or something. Anyway, it's a you go to the musical theater. It's like a musical theater joke. I mean, you can't get a ticket to the Book of Mormon. You have to get into the lottery. Anyway, go ahead.
But for those of you who haven't heard of it, it's kind of Harlem Globetrotters for the for baseball. So it's really fan focused, changing, and it's kind of redefining the paradigm for baseball. They really looked at the rules and said, how can this not be more fair as a sport or more fair to the players, which they're not trying to be unfair to anybody, but it was what would make this more interesting for the fans. They shortened the game. They took out all the boring stuff or made the boring stuff less boring, fun. Exactly. So that is kind of the idea behind what we're doing at the FFP. It's always going to be readers first, this experience first, this bringing them in and just making it, changing the rules.
Wait a minute. So let me get this straight. So you're going. Okay.
I'm not going.
I want to make sure. I want to make sure I wrap my head around this correctly. What y'all want to do is every time a new book comes out, that book for 30 days is free on your thing. Yeah. But if for some reason people get into the subscription, say 4 or 5 years from now, they still have to be in the subscription to get to the first book that was free for the first 30 days before.
Yeah.
But or now, they can buy it on any of the vendors. They can buy it through our store. They can get it in audio. They can hear it on YouTube.
Are you
So
going to do a certain time period where it lives on Amazon for a little while and
No,
then pops out?
because that's not helpful for readers.
yep,
Readers
so it's
need
not in KU because we can't put it in
Yeah.
full on the website and be in KU. I think that came up in the chat.
all the
So
books
if-
will be wide.
Mhm.
Okay, the books will be wide. So this is about what's best for readers. Put yourself in the reader's shoes. I want, as a reader, the books to be available in any store I go to buy it in. I don't want to have to go to a specific store to go get it. I want to be able to buy it directly from the author if I want to. I want to be able to know what the author's working on next. I want the author to regularly deliver me stories that I can count on, so I don't have to waste time sifting through an algorithm that is all janky. Also,
Yeah, well,
when I join a subscription thing, I don't want to have a separate subscription for my audiobooks than my ebooks. Like, why?
oh, you're gonna include all forms of the IP.
Yes. So like for $14.99, you're going to be able to get everything. Access to everything. We'll have your own
And-
little thing, and
It lets us be a lot more fun with it. Like, I don't know about you, my favorite books, like A Court of Thorn and Roses, I've reread several times, but not that any parts of it are boring, but I flip through to my favorite parts. There's a couple chapters I'll reread, especially if like when the latest book, Court of Silver, whatever,
Yeah.
came out. I reread the first 3, even though they weren't exactly, but I kind of skimmed through it and read my favorite parts. So what if with every novel we had a shorter adaptation that came out, or an abridged version or something, so you could just have your favorite parts in there? What if we had a mini version of YFD connected, so readers could make their own bonus scenes, epilogues at the end? So we can push
Oh,
the boundaries. We can do so much fun stuff when we're not constrained by these other rules. We're only constrained by how many people and how many hours in the day we have to create all this stuff.
I have to tell you, if you ever run across an author and then you read, I mean, and you love their stuff, and then you go to find out if there's anything else that maybe has been made by the author, or has been made of the author's stuff. You know, you don't know, you have to search around for things, and then you finally find something, and it's either interesting or poor or not really fan fiction or blah blah blah. It doesn't feel like the author's thing, right? And you know how they write. And so, and to have the ability to spin up your own thing that feels like the way you think it should feel, and oh my gosh.
so when you do your bonus epilogue, you'll be able to keep it to your library. If you want it private, you'd be able to share it as a fan so that other fans can read your bonus epilogue and other bonus epilogues they have. And the accelerator is going to be all about, so instead of like being all mastermindy about going and finding the new tools and stuff, this is what our news is going to be, is focusing on teaching these systems so that members of the accelerator can either build their own. There'll be ways for you guys to participate in ours. But this is why we're going to hold off on the second round of like RFPs and stuff, because literally Steph started revamping our website to start supporting this to like this week. So our timeline is books are going to fall out of KU. The first books, I believe, are going to start falling out of KU in November. And we're hoping to start having some prototyping and stuff of this by December, January of the new year. So it'll probably just be free at first, and then we'll have it where people can have a subscription and stuff once we have, 50 books or 100 books or whatever the threshold is that we decide. But
So this will be like your books that you can create, in any way, whether it's with AI or with spoken or with.
yeah, you could still write books if you wanted to be serialization and all of that. So we'll be able to set it up to where the subscription stuff gets doled out. And we've always been about transparency. Anybody who has worked with the FFA knows that we are transparent to a fault about money. So
Not everything.
yeah, and if you look, there's a lot of cool places that who have already started doing some of the work on this, and you can start to learn from them. Galatea specializes in romance. Okay. Royal Road specializes in lit RPG and science fiction, but nobody has really tried to bite the apple and say, we're going to do all genres. Because a lot of them most people can't take this risk or take the long haul on this. So we don't have anything to risk by going with this from the get-go. we're not established for the last 25 years with all these like sales and stuff and these deals with these vendors and things that we would be jeopardizing by offering a subscription model. All our stuff can all be in the subscription model from day one, from the get-go, because we have full control.
Okay, Elizabeth, we are about an hour in,
Yep.
and we're getting a few people chomping at the bit asking for YFD chapter by chapter. I don't know if you want to show that off, but
I will absolutely do that. But I did want to talk really fast about the title plans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we skipped that part.
We all lose the bet today.
Lee Kirk says, what does that do to the authors and editors of the FFP? Makes you more money. Yes. So we're not doing this to make less money. We're doing this to make more money. I'll do the math for everybody. Okay, everybody get out your calculator. Get out your calculator. I'll get mine out. No. We are still working through the submissions that we have. We're not closing submissions. We're just delayed a little bit. Does that make sense? Because we were originally hoping for like October 3rd to reopen submissions. We are just now getting the books from the first round.
I mean, y'all realize that y'all gave us a actual problem, which was we had a lot of stuff to sort through. Had a lot of people had a lot of contractual things and businessy stuff, and all of that stuff had to happen. So, and we're still doing it 12 times as fast as other publishers. That's all.
All right, we got our really bad calculator.
Oh, how did you do that?
Screen mirror.
No, I just shared my screen on my computer. I just opened up my calculator and shared that specific window. Okay. How many people would like the first year of the Future Fiction .ai subscription thing to make $500,000, $500,000 in its first year? Anyone?
You mean? Wait a minute. What do you mean?
Like, wouldn't it be great if the first year of this new venture next year, if it did $500,000 that got to be split amongst, the company and the authors and all of that? Yeah, to get started, $500,000 as a company. Like we started our first year and we made $500,000 off of our book sales, like right away to go. That
would be really awesome.
Cool, right? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put $500,000 into the calculator.
500,000. Are we gonna really? That's a lot of money.
Okay, now we're going to divide it.
Okay.
Now, let's go with. We're just talking revenue right now, guys. Revenue. The profit margin is very high when you're writing with AI, so it's okay. Okay, so how many months are in a year?
12.
Okay, divided by 12. So you have to make $41,000, almost $42,000 a month in order to have $500,000 of revenue for the year.
Okay.
Now, what is a fair price point for an all-you-can-eat, all-you-can-read audiobook, ebooks? The books are free, but then you're getting the vault. Does $14.99 sound like crazy? Or do we want to do $9.99 as a price point? $14.99, $9.99. I'm leaning.
I know you always love to do that, lean that way, but I would lean back towards $9.99.
I pay $19.99 a month for Family Spotify. I pay $15 a month for Audible.
All I'm saying is that you'll want to at some point maybe raise the price here or there, and to absorb things. And $9.99 is a good, nice little price point that doesn't go into two digits, just one.
Or we could start with $14.99 and stay at $14.99 for the grandfather people, raise it, and then also offer the ability to be like $9.99 or $7.99 just for a specific genre. Like people are like, oh no, I don't want to buy, I don't care about science fiction. I only want romance, so I'm only going to pay $7.99 for the romance. Like we also can slice different sections of the library open to people who want to specialize in just certain areas.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
So I think $14.99, because I've seen a lot of $19.99, $25, $14.99. I've seen a little bit of $9.99, but a lot of $19.99.
All right, you see what you want to see, Elizabeth. Whatever.
No, I don't. All right.
It was a joke. It was a joke. I haven't even been watching the.
Ignore the 12s. Here we go. $19.99, $19.99. I think Kobo's $15, $9.
Oh dear God, she's just scrolling through all of them.
12. I was watching it.
I was
watching
Elizabeth.
it, yeah.
I was messing with.
Yeah, we're gonna do a blanket price at first. So we're gonna go with $14.99. So if we had people paying $14.99 a month, we only need 2,779 subscribers at $14.99 to make $500,000 in a year.
Oh, okay. I see.
Now, if you would like to make $1 million, just multiply that by 2, and you see that you need less than 6,000 subscribers at $14.99 to make $1 million a year as a press.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
And that's just subscriptions. That's not even talking about stuff in the store, because everybody thinks if the book is free, no one will buy it. Not true. My books are free right now. A Testifier is still on my website. Do you know that as a re-release, it's already closing in on $100 and it's been out for less than a week?
Hey, listen, we could also go with some high-end vendors to make special editions of books and stuff like that. And if people want to purchase those, they could spend $300-400 on a set of books that are leather and beautiful and got cool things, and they could get deeper into their own universes that they really love. Yeah.
And I also have a little bit of avant-garde ideas about would this do for translations as well? Absolutely. The translations would be in your subscription. It's a one-stop shop. What's best for readers? And Amazon can't do this. Amazon cannot do this. And we can have some books that are exclusive to the subscription because we want, like, if that's what the author wants to do, but we're not going to require it either, because that's not what's best for readers. What's best for readers? I think that's what the mantra is. You know how Jesse Cole from Banana Ball has fans first, always entertain. I think our mantra is what's best for readers. What's best for readers? Because I was a reader before I was an author. What about you?
Me too.
I'm still a reader first. You want me to go show you all these special editions I have? In fact, right here I have Liz Isaacson, which is Elena, her special edition letters that came with her last Kickstarter.
Yeah, I won't do readers rule because, I guess, yeah. Michael Evans says storytellers rule the world or whatever. That's what he does. But yeah, no, I think it's what's best for readers. That's our mantra. We're just like what's best for readers. And I'm really, really pumped and excited about this. I was not excited about being in KU, but I understood that it was like it was an interstitial step. It's one of our favorite terms, interstitial step. It was something that we had to do to bridge. Like, we just had to get some books out there. We just had to pull that Band-Aid off. We just had to shove some babies out windows. We just had to go.
I don't think that's a saying. 2 birds with 1 stone. Yes, shoving a baby out a window. I don't think is an actual
That is
saying.
not a thing, Elizabeth. That is not a thing.
I could be wrong, but those poor babies.
Those poor babies.
Oh my gosh.
I just was trying to make sure everyone's paying attention.
And boy, were we.
I'm turning red.
Oh.
Maybe babies with a bath. Well, I guess it's no worse than putting.
Yes, you throw the baby out with the
bathtub.
water, shove some babies out the windows. I mean, actually, it is a saying because do you know that they used to put babies in like a cage out the window to give them fresh air?
Yeah, I've seen those pictures
Yeah.
from.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Ah.
Shove them out of the window into a cage. Yeah.
Game of
Anyway.
Thrones.
Are we showing off the YFD, or are we?
Just a second. I'm almost there. We got one more lap. We still have to talk about
Are you really almost there?
Yes.
Yes. Shh.
We now
Ekello,
have
you're going to
division.
disrupt her.
Okay, so you now have
So
the
close.
Now we both tried, Stacy. Now we both tried.
I did not even.
I just thought I put it out there. We both tried.
I have more math that we'll go over. See?
Oh dear God.
But not right this second.
Okay, cool. I mean,
So
okay.
Jay says, how do authors get paid in the model? That's a really good question. We have not solidified that. They will be getting paid as part of it. And I have another avant-garde kind of idea, which I don't know how this is going to go over.
Maybe inside the accelerator and not on YouTube for that.
Yeah, maybe you will.
If it has to do with how we pay people. Or do whatever you're going to do.
But
It's a hypothesis, okay?
Okay.
She just
I
can't.
watched a little piece of Ekello die.
All I keep every time I get on a YouTube with Elizabeth, it's like she can't help it. The girl can't help it. Oh, she can't help it.
I think a lot of programs jump to the most read books get the most amount of money. And I think that that's a really, it sounds good. It sounds very capitalistic. It sounds like the right answer. But I have found that that really doesn't build a very strong community of authors or for the readers. And it causes stuff to skew one very strong genre way. If that's the only way you pay people, it causes everybody to make a run for romance, even if they don't write it. And I don't know that that's necessarily best for readers.
Oh, yes, I do. I definitely write a genre that, may not be the target audience of the website right off the bat.
Yes. So I think that the pay should be, one component of the pay should be about how popular was your book. That should be some part of the pay. But I think that another part of the pay should be, how many books do you have on the site? Like, how much are you contributing?
Oh.
So I think that there should be two components. See, I'm not getting into the weeds on this. I'm getting people to start thinking about it in terms of what's best for readers. Because again, just because your book is in this program, it is not exclusive. And there is nothing that keeps people from having a clean version in this thing, and then they want to have a heat version, like they change it.
Or you can have both versions in this thing.
Yeah, people would control their stuff.
Like a little sub tree sort of thing. So a branch. It would branch out from your main universe as like this little alternate reality that does this weird thing. Or I mean, we could treat that, and then would those people who create all that stuff, would they in turn get paid?
I would like that.
And then those people who riff off of that person's stuff, would they in turn get paid?
I think it would only go like the first, like, we'll use my book as an example, A Testifier. So if people are writing stories in that same universe, like after the fire, they're writing other things or whatever. Basically, me as the original person would get a small percentage of credit for that stuff that came down the pipeline, but they would get credit for theirs, and they would just be like one extra level. This has been an idea that we've had. We used to call it Get Forked. It was an idea from last year. We actually bought that website too.
I remember that.
Yeah. So there's definitely some things to work out here, and it may be a situation that we do keep we may have to rethink some things and talk to the lawyers and all of that, all the fun stuff.
Oh, you gonna have to talk to some lawyers.
I know. But the hard part about doing something that really hasn't been done before is that a lot of lawyers will tell you, yeah, don't do it, because they're just their training is to be risk averse. So
yeah, they cannot foresee the way in which you will get sued for something weird.
Yeah,
so
but I look at it as I can get sued for sneezing. So
in America, you can.
America. I know. I've been sued for a Facebook post.
Oh, isn't that cute?
I won, but I still lost $5,000 because you have to hire a lawyer and all that, and it was not fun.
Jeez.
So
anyway, all right.
Okay, so the last little component too about the curriculum for the accelerator. No, not talking about that.
Ekello. I'm trying to get him to not.
I
not
was going back on
again.
this.
Yes.
Not
so
the what?
This came out of the book camp failed experiment. Because when I'm a big believer, like when you fail, that's awesome. Because you can learn from that. Like I hate it. Honestly, if I had been like completely successful in the 3 books, I would have been pissed at myself that I didn't try to do 5. Anyone else have that affliction?
If you accomplish your goal, it was too small.
Yes, it's the achiever achiever competition thing.
Like, I would talk, but Stacey's gonna hit me.
No. Danny says yes.
There we go.
Why is he leaving? What's he got? What did we do?
He's gonna distract you.
She kicked me out.
You got Stacey'd.
Oh, that was the best.
It's to keep you on topic, Elizabeth.
All right, Elizabeth, you were saying. Elizabeth, you were saying, for God's sake, you were saying.
It wasn't even you. Stacey got me off track.
I know, it was funny though. It was so funny. All right, go.
Sorry, texts. What? No, guys, I'm getting texts. So yeah.
No, I know. I was.
She was.
I'm drunk on power now.
For the prayers, the top of thing. They took my mom right back. So they're doing stuff. They're doing a rainbow of tests.
Wow.
Rainbow.
Of course. Rainbow.
That's what happens when you go to the emergency room yellow. You get a rainbow. Yeah. No, they're just basically reassuring that we kids did the right thing by saying, oh, no, you're going. If I have to pick you up and take you, you're going. They were like, nope, you're in the right place. But her BP is low. So fingers crossed. Okay. So the curriculum, tidal wave plans. I should have had an ocean thing for this. Okay. Stacey and I brainstormed, and we are putting together plans called tidal wave plans. They're only going to be available to the accelerator. The first ones we think we might sell to the public in December. Maybe. We'll see.
See how the experiment goes.
We'll see. But at any rate, the tidal wave plans is a comprehensive 12-week plan specific to a genre about how to use AI and the tooling that we have and the tooling that's on the market to make all of the content you need for 1 year on a pending. I'll say that again. It's a 12-week plan. It's a 90-day plan, step by step on how to do everything, exactly like what you should be doing week 4, what you should be doing week 5, and it's genre specific. Okay? Now, some of y'all are going, I can't do that these 90 days. That's fine. You can have the plan and do it your own 90 days. It's not going to be like, it must be October 1st. No, it's just week 1. And it's genre specific. Okay. So if I'm writing epic fantasy, am I going to tell someone who's trying to do anything that's like a doorstopper book that you have to put a book out every single month? No, the readers will rise up and slay you. If you really want to do that, you better be running 2 or 3 pen names, because they're going to look at books that long written every single month as being like sus. So, and this is nothing new. This is nothing new under the sun. Publishing has always controlled the verisimilitude of how long it takes to write a book. Okay? Authors who could always write faster, they would just be given another pen name. So that no one knew they were that fast. So all of these plans will be in the accelerator, and then individual plans will start selling probably in December. They'll have the coupon code that works for them. I'm going to be honest with you. The pricing of them is going to be equivalent to 3 months of the accelerator. So just join the accelerator. It's that easy. You get a free token. Tokens not included, by the way. So tokens will be a separate thing. So I'm going to be debuting the JAF one tomorrow. That's why I'm changing the curriculum on tomorrow. And we talked about that. We put it on the calendar. They don't know. But we will be talking about what it takes to have a JAF pen name for an entire year. And I'll show the sales of the Testifier and all of that and the genre. And I'm also going to show you what happens when books are not doing very well. I don't know what JAF is. JAF, Jane Austen fan fiction. Stacy is going to be tackling cozy fantasy. Steph's going to be doing science fiction, romance. We're going to be doing a lot of different genres. We're going to be attacking different genres all the time. So it's not just all going to be romance. I'm starting off with Jane Austen fan fiction because it makes money, you guys. Like, it does. It sells. People need books. I know it inside and out, and my first one needs to be very fast. The next one I'll be doing is doing a full serial on F1 romance about how to do like an upstairs, downstairs, multicast, multi-timeline, like a crazy thing. We will be doing different genres concurrently, and it's not going to be 90 days. I'm only working on this one because here's the other thing about these plans. It's a 12-week plan. What else has 12 in it? A year.
Quarter. Oh.
It is a quarter. 12 weeks is a quarter, Ekello.
Oh my God.
A quarter?
Quarter?
Yes. So if you work a full-time job, if you take care of somebody who maybe needs you full-time, or you have some other constraint on your time that you're like, it's not fair. I cannot do what all these other people who do a full-time in 1 week. Do it in a month. 12 weeks very easily correlates to 12 months. So with the stats that we figured out from book camp, I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to do some of the highlights. I'll do it more deeper tomorrow in class at noon. So if you join the accelerator, I'll see you tomorrow at noon in the, oh shoot, they're going to be in the book camp room, aren't they? Yes, it's fine. It's too late to change it, I think.
Just do the book camp room.
Yeah, I'll just be in the book camp room. We'll just remind everybody. Book camp room. So
that means that, ladies and gentlemen, you all need to join.
Jay joined the accelerator. Book camp is at noon and 8 p.m. tomorrow. Tomorrow and Sunday. So we're going to be going over all this tomorrow in depth, and you'll have the notes and all that. So don't feel like you need to take notes now. Stacy and we took everything that we learned from book camp. We also did the timing. Just off the top, what we learned is you really have to spend the most amount of time in your planning. You agree, Stace?
Yeah, it was, and it was more than I expected.
It is more than I expected too. Each chapter is going to go through 2 rounds of edits. So you'll have time that it takes for it YFD to run, which is about 5 minutes a chapter. And this is also the segue to the new chapter by chapter. See, I had a plan all along.
Yeah.
20 minutes to read and edit that one just as like a fast edit. You're just a dev edit. You're just making sure like it didn't rename the character a different name or give it blue hair instead of green. And then you want to do another at least 20 minutes per chapter edits for your copy edit. So one chapter is at least 45 minutes of time that you have to schedule and allocate. I did have a plan. I didn't share it with everybody else. I did know that I needed to go over the plans to this and then show you guys the tool.
Me and Stacy are like, Stacy and I are just like little shakes of the head, little giggles.
No, I'm not lying. I seriously did.
Ignore him. He's talking crazy.
Don't listen to me at all. Don't listen.
So I did the numbers at Elizabeth's speed, and then I multiplied them by 1.5 so that there's a range. I guess I should also multiply them by 2.
1.5 is good. They at that point
1.5 is good now. So, for example, we're not going to talk about 40 chapters. 40 chapters is my nemesis right now, and I hate them. Let's talk about a 20 chapter. Let's talk about a 20 chapter book. Okay, a 20 chapter with some of those things that I just laid out for you. I didn't tell you about the planning. It's 3 hours per act that you're planning. A 20 chapter book should cost you between 29 to 43.5 hours per book. It's all your brainstorming time, all your editing time, and then 5 hours post-production. I'll say that again. A 20 chapter book should run you about 29 to 43 hours for that 20 chapter book. So if you have 10 hours a week for this shenanigans, you can do 3 to 4 20 chapter books a week because you have 120 hours. If you had 20 hours a week, you could do 5 to 8 20 chapter books in a week. And if you have 30 hours, you could do 8 to 12. Not in a week, over the 12 weeks, my bad. Over the 12 weeks. Sorry. Yeah, so 3 to 4 in 12 weeks, 5 to 8 in 12 weeks, or 8 to 10 in 12 weeks. So we're doing the math. We're also going to be doing some financial forecasting and showing you guys some things about that, marketing plans and the marketing things. So the title plans are going to have a full... Yeah, I knew it wasn't right when it came out of my mouth. I was like, that does not sound right. But yeah, it's 2 to 3, but it's a couple of books in 12 weeks. So you can get that. Yes, but what's the issues with it? No. This was factoring you to take the time to edit them. Yeah, over the 12 weeks. So we'll walk all through it, and then we'll go through it. And actually, we'll do some timing. We'll do a demo. Ready? You want to take over, Ekello, and talk about today is sponsored by the Accelerator while I get set up?
Yes.
And then when you dip into the Accelerator or dip into the YFD, I might dip out.
Yeah.
Getting to my bedtime.
Look at her planning ahead. She's like, "Ooh, this is the time. This is the time. I've been waiting. This is the time."
Casey.
I'm waiting to screen share so I can just slink away.
It's like, I'm out. I'm just...
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Ekello Herod, and I am the head creator over at the Future Fiction Academy. What is the Future Fiction Academy, you say? It is a bunch of like-minded people who are in the middle of accelerating their future. We are the accelerator, not the mastermind anymore, the accelerator. We are in the middle of acceleration. We are no longer early adopters. We are here to stay. And also, if you are not wanting to get into our accelerator, which, by the way, is a $249 a month value, you could possibly get yourself some of our excellent standalone classes. Lots of classes that are, I think we're still under the code of boot camp, aren't we? We're under the
October 4th.
I'm sorry. Dang, that it says boot camp right in front of me, doesn't it? Newsletter marketing, sci-fi, and fantasy.
Those were last month's.
Oh, I thought those were. I was looking right at.
Nope.
You're late. Those
No,
are August.
I don't think I made banners for the other ones last week.
It is serialization for authors. That is Steph teaching it.
Wait a minute. Where did it go? I thought they were here.
No, I showed them on the Notion page last week, and then went to the actual page.
Oh, we never made.
I don't usually make banners for the classes. That was a U-boop.
Yeah, that's some.
But that's okay. That's okay.
Yep.
Just join
It is
the accelerator, and you get them all.
Yep, it's serialization for authors, taught by Steph. It is Perplexity, or Don't Be Perplexed with Perplexity, with me, and then Horror Dossiers with Cassie.
Yep.
So you have 3 classes, 3 instructors.
You get a
half price with the book camp.
And you also, if you join the accelerator, you get yourself a whole credit in YFD every single month. So if you wanted to, you could be one of those people that for the next 12 months, you put out a book a month and just have a readership that is just riveted when they know that you are coming out like you're a television show on the last Friday of every month. You know what I mean? That would be so much fun. So much fun. All right, Elizabeth.
All right, here we go.
It's you.
Now, this is still in beta, so we're going to start opening it for everyone. Bye, Stace.
Bye, Stace.
I think it is this one. Yeah. And if I share, it does not show the URL. Perfect.
Yeah, I do like that about the software.
Yep. So I'm going to zoom in. Don't worry. I'm going to use the worksheet that I already have from not beta. It's in development. Sorry. It's not beta. Just kidding. It's in development. And so the first testing of it, like people will be allowed to test it tomorrow. We'll give you guys the link to test it. And then if you eat your token or whatever, you just let us know. We'll get you new tokens. No big deal. But I've been kicking the tires. Mel's been kicking the tires. Like Mel and I weren't even able to break it when we first got it. I was able to eventually break it, but I was doing some crazy stuff. Jen didn't break it, so it's pretty robust. Yeah, you can test the 1-by-1 chapter tomorrow. We'll be doing it in class, a deeper dive. I'm just showing you guys a little bit of it right now, but we can go ahead and do some timing.
One at a time. It reminds me of being like a souped up, easy peasy book machine when it's one at a time. Like
it is, but it also, you're not going to have to toggle on. Yes, you can still do 40 chapters, Henry. You can do all of them. Now, doing it chapter by chapter does cost an extra half token, whether you're running 10 chapters, 40 chapters, whatever.
Which means that if you're running 10 chapters, instead of it costing half of a credit, it'd cost you a whole credit.
Right. If you wanted to go chapter by chapter, you basically activate it, and then you do a half credit if you want to activate the chapter by chapter. We plan to have some other enhancements too that come with it, and maybe other a la carte enhancements that people can do if they want. So, and just using the Dino token credits, it makes it a lot easier for people to understand what things cost. So, okay. So I'm going to create a project, and I'm going to call this the YouTube YFD demo. And my blueprint, I'm going to go ahead and pick, I really like polished open canvas. That is the ChatGPT one, the ChatGPT 5. I'm going to do 40 chapters. It's going to be a 4x structure. I'm going to go ahead and create that project. We are still doing just up to 40 chapters, but it'll be time. We need to do a lot of testing for longer books first. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this project. And you'll see that I can activate the project, and you guys see the pop-up, right? All good. Yep, you do. Okay. So I can activate it. And if I click this button, I can enable the chapter generation, but I can also do it later. So you check here. This is not in production yet. So if you sign into YFD, you're not going to see it. You'll see it tomorrow at noon. So I'm going to activate, and I haven't upgraded yet, but here's where I can also upgrade. I can click here and upgrade for half a token. I'm not going to upgrade yet. So I haven't upgraded, and you'll see that I have first draft and generate draft. So I'm just in regular YFD. The minute I click upgrade and I say, yes, activate that project, the other ones go away. First chapter and generate draft go away. And I only have generate by chapters. It takes the other ones away. But if I want to go back, I just go to edit the details, and I go to standard, and I click save changes, and now I have first chapter and generate draft. So just because you say I want to run chapter by chapter, if you get to like chapter 10 or 12 and you're like, okay, enough, just run the rest of the book, you can swap over to just run the rest of the book.
All right. So here's a question for you. Is it possible to have an enhanced tonality of what's going on because you're creating even more chapters? And so it really, meaning that it has the ability to feel more like your voice. Even
I can edit every single chapter before I run the next chapter. It is a one-way train. So I'm going to walk us through that, and we're going to do 2 chapters right now of the women's fiction one, fresh. So y'all are familiar with the women's fiction, the women in Pungo and all of that. So we're going to do that one. So I'm in my generate by chapters. I'm going to go to story dossier worksheet. I'm going to import my worksheet because I already have it done already. This is from book camp 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. You can see everything is in there. It's got Act 1, all of the tentpole events. Chapter 1 should be about Dorothy Dot's 80th birthday. She's the grandmother. She was the Meemaw who was very, very harsh. Chapter 2 is Jen, the older granddaughter finding out about the death and her finding. So we're going to do those 2 chapters and see how that takes. So I'm going to click save, and I'm going to go back to my project. And now I can generate by chapter. So I'm going to go ahead and start my timer. I got my stopwatch. And I'm going to generate chapter tree. Joseph, you're slipping in features to me. I don't. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to click start, and I'm going to generate the first chapter. So it's generating chapter 1. I know. He's worked on stuff. It takes about 5 minutes per chapter to run, because what's going to happen?
Are you seeing something new in the chat?
No, I was reading the chats. So Daniel Crotty is asking question. You are basing tokage usage by chapters. Doesn't that make for people making longer chapters, acts, scenes, etc.? Seems to me it needs to be tied to words or tokens. No, because...
Interesting thought, though.
Yeah. So here's the reality, okay? Pricing fluctuates depending on the model and what prompting we need to do in the back end for the genre. So we are just starting to scratch the surface of these automated books that are very heavily author influenced and like we're controlling the prompting. Right now, a lot of the prompting is very consistent across the genres, but I do not think that that is going to stay the same, because as we do more and more with this, like 3 years from now, we are not going to be prompting the same way we are prompting today. I can tell you right now. I can tell you within the next 12 months, you will be prompting multimedia. You will be starting to prompt with pictures of your locations and settings as you're writing chapters so that the AI can do even richer details. I promise you, prompting is going to change. So what we have done is that way we can control, we can have a set price, because the price per token is $75, which is 20 chapters. It does not cost us $75 in AI costs, because you're not paying just for the AI. You're paying for all the research and development that we have done all the prompting for you, and we make it easy for you to just run through these chapters. And we are transparent with all of the prompting. So if you do one, you can literally take the prompting, reverse engineer it, and go do it on your own with what other tool, Typing Mind or Rack2Write or the chatbots or anything like that. We charge for our time and expertise, but we are not interested in locking people in or making people unclear about what's happening. That's why you get the logs and all of that. So hopefully that makes sense, Daniel, why we do it by the chapter. We wanted to make it, I had to say this all the time when we were developing YFD, and you guys aren't going to like it. YFD was not designed for existing mastermind people. It was designed for the second wave of authors who are coming into AI who don't know what a token is, who don't know
what an API call is.
Claude is. They know that there's Claude and there's ChatGPT, and that's about the extent that they know.
And they know that they can't, and they know it doesn't write well.
Right.
They're like, why isn't it writing what I want it to write?
This is for the people. You do not have to learn prompting to use YFD at all. We tried to make it that all the elements. I paused my stopwatch so that I have the clock of how long it took for chapter 1.
And it looks like it was 3 minutes and some change.
2 minutes, 56 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I watched it as soon as it popped up. So the point is that we're building YFD so that authors can just do things that authors know how to do, like character lists, fill in worksheets, work in documents. They never have to learn prompting, but prompting is available there. So the second you want to upgrade and you want to increase your education and stuff, we have made it easy for you to do so. Yeah, no, that's good. The reason I asked, I was trying to keep my chapters to about 10 pages, less for the AI to forget. You don't even have to worry about, we handle all the context engineering, and we'll talk about that. So I'm going to write down 2 minutes, 56 seconds for chapter 1. All right. Now, here's what we do. I'm going to start another timer. I'm going to put us really small, and I'm going to zoom us in so everyone can read. And Dasha, of course, wants to come in. So,
Dasha, we saw Gracie's butt. Why not see Dasha?
Dasha doesn't come on camera, but you'll hear her sometimes. Okay, so don't start reading yet. It says that it wrote 4,000 words, and it should take about 23 minutes to read. I would take that as a challenge. If we do it in less than 23 minutes, I'll be impressed. We have not started the timer yet because I don't even know what these do. Oh, the chapter tree. It starts to show you what's generating and all of that. You also can open it in the reader so that you can see this. And you also can open up the summary and you can see the summary of the chapter.
Interesting.
But I'm going to be working. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't share that stream. Share this tab instead. So inside of the reader now, you do have the ability just to read the summary. So, and this functionality is going to be there even if you are running it in the old way. So that way you can start reading the summaries if you don't want to have to read the whole chapter in the first go around, just to make sure that it stayed on track.
Yes.
Yeah, we're starting to make changes for the human. So
it's called quality of life.
So I'm going to go into edit. We are going to be able to make this pop out. I think that's what this thing is. Oh, it is. So you can make just the editing come to the front. We are going to have eventually a markdown thing so like you can italicize and bold and all of that. Any questions?
No.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and set the timer.
What are we doing now?
I'm now going to read and edit. So I'm going to do it live. Start. The cake box sweats through my palms and the screen door sticks like it always has, gummy with humidity and a smear of Old Bacon grease. I hip check it, knees bumping, a sagging balloon bouquet, and the crooked happy birthday banner that Tyler scotch taped across the door frame slaps me in the face. Incoming, he yelps from somewhere inside, like we're in a warehouse finale of Double Dare and I've just triggered the slime. Don't you dare drop that, Mandy. Meemaw's voice rasps from the kitchen, smoke thick and unpressed. I'm not 12, I mutter, and then the heel of my sandal slides on the warped runner rug, and I almost lose the whole okay, yep, I'm already making changes. Edit. And I almost lose the whole damn thing anyway. Tyler lunges, catching the box on a breath and a prayer, one of the balloons snapping free and zooming up to kiss the dull blades of the ceiling fan before it bounces across the browned popcorn setting. Bop, bop, bop. I got it, he grins, hair sticking up from where a gold streamer clings to his scalp. Happy big 8-0 to our girl. Boy, I ain't your girl. Meemaw's cough rattles, then quiets. The kitchen smells like... No. The kitchen does not smell like old coffee and something wet around the edges. The kitchen is full of damp wood and boiled greens and whatever the swamp decides to loan us through the open windows. The air conditioner in the window wheezes, struggling against July, against forever. I think against time makes sense. Tyler plunks the cake down on the vinyl tablecloth, which is sun-bleached strawberries and cigarette burns. We did get you a cake, though, she says to her. Well, Amanda did. He throws me a look like I saved the day. Food Lion had one left, I say. Blue roses. It was this or Jurassic Park sheet cake, and I didn't want to give you existential angst. No, not existential angst. That's not what you're saying to your Meemaw. It was this or Jurassic Park sheet cake. And I didn't want you to think I was calling you a dinosaur. Right? That's a better line. I liked Jurassic Park, she says, not looking at the cake. Of course, she's unhappy, right? This is, yep, that's perfect for Dot. That is right on track with Dot's character. She is never, ever happy with what she got. Sorry if I'm not checking the chat. She's in her chair at the end of the table, the good chair that she's had since before Mama died, with the duct tape wound around one armrest like a cast. The Virginia Slim between her fingers burns a thin, stubborn line, the ash long and precarious over the cut glass ashtray. Her hair is set in its shampoo set curl, thin and white as onion skin, and her eyes, those mean, bright eyes, flick up to me and back down again. You're late. I had work. I set my purse down on the counter. The familiar jostle of hotel keys, hand sanitizer, the small travel bottle of vodka I keep for emergencies pressing against my fingers. No. I set my purse down on the counter.
I was going to say, that's a lot.
It is a lot. It's a little too much. A bag big enough for.
Oh, I see what you did.
Huh?
I see what you did.
Yeah. What other things? Oh, a brush, sunscreen, keys to the hotel, manager keys to the hotel. So to help her know that you're the manager. And the small travel bottle of vodka I keep for emergencies. Yeah, that's going to clunk. Like, I can hear that sound clunking on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel ridiculous, exposed. I slide it further. No. But, so, like, it popped out? No. Go away. Check-ins, sand soccer tournament, remember? She taps Ash with one yellow finger. So you could drive past here to the beach, but not stop, is what I'm hearing. Oh, she mean. I love Dot. Now, Dorothy, no, he's not calling her Dorothy. It would be Miss Dot. Miss Dot, he in that first name business, he thinks it's progressive, respectful. He wasn't here when we learned the only way to say her name and survive it. He laid out paper. Oh, that's, that got me. That line, he wasn't here when we learned there's only one way to say her name and survive it. I don't know if that matches your upbringing, Ekello, but
we had a lady or two in the hood. Sit on her, yeah, she'd sit on her front steps and well.
Pitcher beaded with condensation that might be lemonade if the kitchen wants to be kind today. That doesn't make sense.
It's trying to create a metaphor.
No, it's trying to make the kitchen magical.
I'm like, but it's being weird about it.
I know. Powder made lemonade. Everybody knows what that tastes like. The swamp smell swells and then recedes. Polite as a wave to the shoreline, leaving the taste of tannin on the back of my tongue. I swallow it. I swallow her. Jen sent a basket, Tyler chirps, bright again, plugging his phone into the speaker on the shelf like it's going to turn into a party. It came at lunch. The delivery guy thought we were an Airbnb. It's big, he says, indicating the living room like it's a piece of modern art that might bite. It's got those crinkly paper noodles and everything, like Oprah would approve. I stuck it by the TV. There's a card, Meemaw adds. Don't open it. Didn't open it. I ain't a thief. What? It's hers. Why would I don't understand? Okay, we'll leave it for right now. That's something I'll have to think about for her characterization later. The living room is brown on brown. Yes. The same braided rug and Afghan that was here when I was 8 and the world tilted. On the coffee table, she was not 8. She was 12. Jen was 12. She was 10. On the coffee table under the square, dusty shape where a Bible used to sit before it moved wherever old Bibles go, the basket brings cellophane, tight as a facelift, gold ribbon, jars of spreads with names like Fig Mustarda and Elderflower Jam. There's a cutting board branded with a lighthouse and a linen towel no one will ever use. The card reads, Happy 80th. Not Dot. It should be Meemaw. We love you, babe.
We're going with Meemaw.
And who the heck is Brian? There's no Brian. My thumb rubs over the Flourish J. I can already hear Jen's voice. I can't get down there, but it is from both of us, okay? It's overnighted. This is what people do. No. I just invented Brian. There's no Brian in the... I'll make a charcuterie board, Tyler says when I bring the basket in. His earnest face is my undoing. Well, not today, but like later. We can pair cheese with the fig stuff.
The fig stuff?
Yes. Fancy jelly. Meemaw's voice cuts. What am I supposed to do with that? Spread it on my arthritis and hope it unjams? It's from Jen, I say. Like that's its own defense. Like I'm the one. I say like it's that like that. Hold on. Whew. It's from Jen, I say. Like that's its own defense. Like I'm the one who needs defending. That makes no sense.
Say that again. Say it again.
I know. That's why I'm just changing it to this. It's from Jen, I say. Like that's its own defense. I set the basket on the counter. The cellophane.
Why was it the double like for?
Because this particular model has a tendency to go, if I have a flourish, let me give you 2 or 3 more.
It's like I'm good at it.
Yeah, you're all busy, she says. She doesn't raise her voice. She just looks at me. But you live a spit away, and I still have to pay this boy to drive me to the post office. That's my job, Tyler protests, shuffling his feet, torn between beauty queen positivity and nurse union solidarity. He's got a tattoo peeking out of his sleeve, something with a wave and a black-eyed Susan, and there's a tiny hoop in his ear. I like the PO. We gossip. Is it the post office? What's the PO?
I don't know.
I think it's the doctor. We're going to go to the doctor. Every errand. That's what it is. I like the errands. We gossip. There we go. That's because you don't know anything I don't already know, she says to him. You don't know anything I don't already. Oh, that's good.
That is good.
Yeah, you bring.
I was gonna say, what you can't have a problem with that when you'd actually say that.
It made me be in Tyler's shoes, going like, yeah, no, she ain't wrong. She ain't wrong.
I was like, you
She
would
ain't
say
wrong.
that.
That's because you don't know anything I don't already know.
Yes.
How's the chat going? Anybody enjoying this?
Yeah, there's everybody's on the Sue train right now.
Uh-oh.
Let's see here. Sue, plenty of places to learn craft, including editing. Not sure why FFA needs to teach that to use the editing feature in YFD. And then Mel says back, I think it's an interesting topic that we'll probably build out on in the progress.
I'm showing you how I'm editing right now. I'm literally saying it out loud, and I'm changing what I don't like. You bringing candles, or did you think we were going to sing to the box? I'll find some. I go to the junk drawer. The drawer fights me, then gives. And it's a mess of takeout ketchup packets, rubber bands that have lost their will to live, batteries rolled to the back like tiny dead fish. There's a button from one of my old school. No. There's no. They would not have gone to private school. That's not. Band uniform under a smear of something that was probably spaghetti sauce in 1998. A sticker that used to be a neon. No, Lisa Frank sticker.
You take that neon out too.
Yeah, you get one of those weird details. Under a tangle of twist ties, I find a half-used pack of birthday candles, the label curled, the wax dusty. 8 candles in a chorus line, leaning like they've already been through a storm. No zero, of course. And the
Anne Rice is the only person that gets to have 3 different explanations of the same object.
Yeah. In the cabinet above, a faint sour waft curls out when I open it, like the kitchen took one look at the party and decided to curdle and protest. The milk in the jug looks fine. The bowl of lemons is on the counter, sweating slightly. The frosting on the cake has grown a glossy sheen that didn't exist in Food Lion 5 minutes ago. I pry open the cake box where I taped it at the store because the plastic hinge had given up the ghost. There's no plastic hinge on one of those things.
Whoa. On the cake thing. The
cake is a plastic. Oh, usually it's like a cardboard box. But okay, she's thinking it's the plastic.
What is this, the 1960s?
No. I shop at Food Lion, so I know Food Lion's cake things. Usually it's a cardboard box that is taped for the cake. And you
but she's bringing it back from home, right? She's not bringing it from the...
No, she just stopped at the Food Lion because that's all they had left.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna take that out. We don't need it. It's not a required detail.
And it feels a little
knowing Meemaw is allergic to that phrase. The blue roses are iced with a generous hand that should read festive and instead reads blood pressure spike. No. I told the teenager in the bakery to write dot. I hadn't thought about how loud it would look. Okay.
How loud the word dot would look?
Yeah, I'll fix that later. I don't know how to fix it at the moment. I will fix it later. The thought was late, she says. I pushed here's my thing. That's not going to be a problem for writing future chapters. That is a second edit fix. That is a second edit fix. It's not a problem with the plot. Does that make sense? And it's not a problem with the writing style. It's a minor detail logical thing and whether I like it or not. So that's a second edit round. The thought was late. I pushed the candles into the buttercream, 8 pokes, evenly spaced, even though cake is just us and Tyler and these walls that hold grudges longer than any of us. My phone buzzes in my purse, the little motor vibrating with the same insistent rhythm as a horsefly. Check-ins. A guest wants to know if their balcony faces the sunrise. A kid threw up in the stairwell. The dolphin statue in the courtyard has been climbed, conquered, and decapitated again. I put my hand over the bag until the buzzing stops. How would she know what it says?
Jeez Louise. What is going on? Mm-mm. I mean, unless she expects it to happen over and over again.
Yeah, so
You know what I mean?
she says, I grab it to see if it's an emergency, but it's just my phone picking up spotty connection. A slew of alerts come in. Check-ins, I guess. So then she's getting all this stuff. And then she puts her hand over her bag until the buzzing stops. So I'm just going to, I toss it back in my bag. Before she can fuss at me.
Mm-hmm.
I got a playlist, Tyler says, proud, wiggling his phone to the speaker until it blinks live. It's all your era, Amanda. Destiny's Child, a little Shania, the original Hanson, I correct automatically. There's no... He's saying it out loud, you dummy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
The original Hanson.
But how would you... AI. You are so not a human. I dropped my phone. Okay.
I love the original Hanson.
Yeah, there's no new Hanson.
I love it. I'm sorry, I just got stuck on the original Hanson.
Yeah, we'll go with some bop.
Like there was some like there was a Hanson from the 1930s and something.
Yeah, but there's not. Control or Alt Shift. There we go. So I can get it. Okay. It's not my birthday. Yeah. Maybe a playlist for Mimo? And he asks, and she goes, sure. And not listening. No, he's going to, because we're not going to have Wannabe chirp out.
I have to tell you, Elizabeth, this sure feels like you just hit a button and all of a sudden you had a whole book and
I have a chapter 1.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
People are people. So
how do you
why
spell
should it
doo-wop?
be? Doo-wop?
Is it D-O?
Maybe.
Fix it in post. It's fine. And it's 50s, right? Or would it be 60s? My mother listens to this stuff. So, but it would be 50s. The sound ricochets off the linoleum like we're all going to start jump roping in the carport. No. What's a dancing show with what's the old dude?
Ed Sullivan.
Oh, sure, that'll work with Ed Sullivan as host.
Mm-hmm.
We can fix it in post. I hate that song. She was never home enough. It's like a mosquito whining in your ear.
Don't need extra.
Okay.
You don't need extra crap. You don't need extra crap after that.
Yep. He rifles for a lighter. Yeah. Tyler lowers the volume a little, which somehow makes it worse. Thin and tinny. Mm-hmm. He rifles for a lighter, patting his pockets, and his eyes land on the gas stove, the knob an accusation that I know better than to try to turn. Can I? You'll blow us to kingdom come. She lifts the lighter from the ashtray. The cheap green Bic she always filches from the Wawa. Flicks it with the deft muscle memory of a person who can arc a match into a trash can from 10 feet. Give me that mess. She lights each candle with the quick practice motion. She's 80. She's not. Okay, fine. I'll leave it for right now.
Yeah.
The little flames nod and shiver. The swamp breathes against the window screen, warm and sweet and rotten all at once. Let's sing. We can't have an eager TV host here. We just had that.
Enthusiastic, overbearing.
Taylor's got a great voice. Actually, surprisingly rich. He must be one of those kids raised on YouTube tutorials. I stumble in with him because habit is kind of religion. Is a kind of religion, and this house is his own church. The song fills the kitchen and then flattens against the cabinets, thin as the curtains. Mima's mouth twitches, not a smile. More like her face trying to decide whether to forgive us for being earnest. When the song is done, go ahead.
The church thing. Go back.
Yeah.
What was that?
Because habit is a kind of religion and this house is his own church.
Okay.
it's fine for right now. It's not going to mess up. You know what I mean?
Oh no, it's not going to mess anything up later on. I just I'm surprised at the depth of the prose.
Oh,
Okay.
got it. 7 candles gutter and curl into themselves, the wax puddling fast under the breeze. The last one, the one in the corner closest to her, good salt shaker, flares, resists. Ooh, the good salt shaker. She narrows her eyes, inhales, and against the scrim of kitchen smells and Tyler's citrusy deodorant, I catch a hint of rain, like the memory of rain, like the house remembering what it felt like to be new. No.
Oh, was that 3? 3
That's
lights?
like 5. She blows again. The candle flickers, then goes out with a sound like a tiny sigh. God loves a show off, she says, voice low. The room holds its breath with me. She looks at the still smoked wick and then up at me. Her mouth moves around something bitter. Better hate than hunger. Tyler blinks. Is that like one of those old sayings? He looks around like somewhere there will be a cross-stitch rendering of it hanging next to the ceramic rooster calendar. Like, don't count your chickens, because honestly,
4,000 words.
Miss Dot, I could do a needlepoint if you hush, she says without heat. Her eyes are all still on me. Cut the cake, Mandy. My hand finds the knife. Oh gosh, we're not even halfway through this. And we are at 20 minutes.
I was like, that's why I went, how many words?
Well, I keep getting interrupted, and I would be much faster if I was just reading it and fixing it.
It's my fault now.
No. I mean, this is not how I do it on my own, by myself.
Yeah, by yourself. I get
No. I mean, it's not like a bakery in Glen, but it's like, it's cake.
it.
Nobody ever went hungry on cake, Meemaw says. It's everything else you starve on. Oof. The pucker snaps my tongue like a rubber band. The kitchen door sticks with the cross breeze, tries to move it. Bump, 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 like a shoulder pressed against wood. Outside, the afternoon flattens into early evening. A dragonfly scribbles the air above the old tire full of marigolds. The ditch water. That sounds too, like, ain't nobody got time for yard work here. Full of mud. And darkens. You can smell the beach here if the wind behaves. Salt over rot. Sunscreen glossers masking marsh and crab and old grass. Frogs and tobacco and something sour rising like steam from the floorboards. The lemonade is bitter. I take another sip anyway.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to keep interrupting you, but my God.
It's not bad. I like it. I feel like I'm there, so I'm okay with it for right now.
Mm-hmm.
If it does it again, I'm cutting it though. Under the magnet shaped like a crab is a faded Polaroid of the three of us, me, Jen, and Naomi, on the front steps in secondhand Easter dresses, knee-skinned, grin snarls on our faces because posing didn't come easy even then. My hair is in a stiff half ponytail that looks like a cautionary tale.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on where the story lands. The memory of the wooden spoon stinging and the smell of fried cornbread makes my shoulders rise. The memory of her sliding her piece of chicken onto my plate when she thought I wasn't looking makes them fall again. How's the beach? She asks after a few minutes of haze sugar. We're not doing Shania Twain, so maybe Bobby Darin, right? He was 1950s. Not Booby Darin. Oh my God. Like everything is normal. They behaving? Depends on the day. We got a group from Roanoke that thinks the ocean is a theme park designed for them specifically. They bring towels back? Sometimes. How's your knee? Still there. It hasn't run away with your good sense yet. You're not supposed to smoke inside, Tyler says lightly. Like that has ever worked on any old woman with a lighter. Your doc said, you don't tell me what Margaret said. She snaps. She's been telling me I ain't supposed to breathe since 1982, and yet, here I am. I don't think 1982. I think that's a little bit too long. Let's go since 2002. I used to think if I showed up enough, if I baked enough casseroles, if I ran enough errands, if I made enough of myself small and convenient that she might look at me the way she looked at my mama before the storm took her. Some habits calcify into bone. Some questions stick in the throat like grits cooked wrong. It's nice, Tyler says, filling his face, being 80. My nanny, no, not nanny. It should be Nana. Turned 80, and we rented one of those party rooms at the rec center, and we did a slideshow, like from the 90s. So many butterfly clips. She had a perm that could have lifted a car. Okay, Tyler, she would have been like 40 in the 90s. What? No.
Would she?
Yeah, if she was in her 90s now in 2025. We're just going to go with she had a perm that could have lifted a car. That makes sense. Or the slideshow. Don't put me on no slideshow, she says, but she's amused. You put me on a slideshow and I'll haunt your sleep paralysis. That's very specific. You think? Do you want to FaceTime Jen? We could like let her sing. She's probably no.
What's your issue?
Oh no, it's not sharp, just flat. She sent her money. She don't need to send her face. It's like I forgot she's a lawyer. Mel, I'm going to have to take a look at the logs on this because it's definitely forgetting details. This is not doing as good of a job as it used to be doing. My guess is they changed that model. She's got a case, I say, before I can stop myself. She's, you know how she is. Okay, so there we go. We'll just take that out. I know exactly how she is, she says, and I know how you are. I'm here, I say quietly. You are now. She flicks Sash, the little gray cylinder landing neat on top of Tyler's napkin. He doesn't notice. My phone buzzes again. I slide it out of my purse under the edge of the tablecloth. Carla's from the front desk. A lady wants more towels. She says the ones she has are emotionally damp. I snort. What? Nothing. The desire to walk straight out of the kitchen to my car, to the condo, to the bottle that already diffuses the edge of this day in my head, scrapes at my skin. It's not escape, I tell myself. It's ritual. It's the time that belongs to me when no one else can ask me to slice their cake thinner or thicker, or do they have diet soda instead? Just one. The kind of lie that makes it through airport security.
I hate to interrupt one more time, but I feel like right there where the towel thing happened would be a good place to split this into 2 different chapters.
Probably not. I'm gonna see what
you feel. I maybe it's not the perfect place, but this is very long. Is it actually just one scene?
it really is one scene. I just got to get this last part kind of cleaned up. So we've already established Jen, and she's now trying to leave.
You feel me though? I mean, it feels like it's taken a long time to get to this.
But
thing.
that's
Lots
what
of
this
cool
genre is. This is paranormal women's fiction. So it is a longer. It is a longer.
A burn.
Yeah,
burn.
it's a much longer chapter. This is not. It's almost like a cross between literary and genre fiction.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, I did not realize that. So then never mind about all that crazy stuff that this person who has no idea what he's talking about is talking about.
Well, no, I think it's just not a genre you read, but people in the chat can back me up on this. It is a longer, oh boy.
No, I haven't been looking. What's happening?
How these conversations is pushing the story along. Oh yeah, no, that's right, Lois. It's very good. Yeah, Jen says this is getting to know the family. You have to ease in, and because I'm literally going to kill her next chapter. So you have to like get enough of Dot that you care about her, but you understand she's a hard woman, and yeah, it's not action adventure, and you're getting the sense, but we don't want to like be repetitive, you know. So that's why it's got to keep moving. So it's like the next time the phone is talking to her, she's like, okay, now I need to get out of here. So to me, that's progression. It's like visiting relatives that you don't like very much.
Oh, believe you me, I know what that feels like lately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even when you like them.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to say ambiance. He's not going to answer.
Ambiance.
Yeah, because he spills. So he spills the lemonade, and he's saying sorry, and he shoves a roll of paper towels at the spill, and the towels collapse like a fainting lady. He laughs because he's 24, and it all still seems funny. Boy, she says, indifferent as the time. What are you even for? And he grins at her like she's flirted. He's a good kid. He takes her to the doctor, and he lugs in the bottled water when the well tastes like pennies in swamp. Not swamp. It's just like pennies.
I was gonna say it's always got to be two things.
Yeah. And it's actually not. The well would taste like sulfur. It's not. And that's a real thing. He plugs in her phone and deletes the Facebook ads for toe fungus cure-alls that she almost buys. He has no idea what kind of magic he's sitting in, but he respects a stubborn woman in a place that looks like it could spit him out if it wanted. That counts for something. I don't think we need the presence. You know me so well. Okay, so maybe we do need a little bit about this for the transition. Because she wants to say, I'm late, and she's trying to get out. And I don't know what the we ain't graders means. So I'm just going to say, she says nothing, but she sits back, the fork slowing. That's good enough.
Oh, Jen says, Dot's last hurrah, especially the setup of the complicated feelings is important.
Mm-hmm. It'll make your room smell like a spa. My room smells like me. She examines a jar of rosemary jam like she's considering arresting it. If I wanted to smell like a bathtub, I'd dump bleach on the carpet. Well, we'll make the charcuterie chart a cheese plate. I'll pair it with a good cheddar from Lidl. No. I think we're just gonna take that part out. It's late, I say, mostly because every minute I'm here is a minute I can feel the hotel start to smolder in my pocket. I need to. You got somewhere more important to be? We're not good enough? We ain't enough? I think you get one of those questions.
Yes, probably.
Her words always come with invisible hands attached to them. I've learned how to let them pat me down and not flinch. I need to pick up the cash drop. I lie easily now. Carlos is by himself. She considers me like an item at a thrift store. Useful, but only if it could be repurposed. Ouch!
Oh, that is brutal.
Get me my purse. Oh! Nothing good when she says, get me my purse.
Are you getting verklempt over there?
Yes. Even with the AC grinding, the back porch feels like breath. The screen door sticks and then jumps, and the swamp reaches in with both hands. We already have this glimmering like the trees and all this other stuff.
Trees like the glimmering.
Yeah, we don't need all that. Her purse is heavy, an old leather pocketbook that could break a toe. It smells like menthol and Wrigley's old. It doesn't smell like. We just don't need it to smell like anything. Nobody's sniffing. Stop sniffing the purses.
Everything. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She's giving her an envelope. What the heck is she giving her an envelope for?
Read along.
Do you want me to pick anything up? Groceries? The pharmacy? Don't you worry on me. You take your duty and you go. I can come by tomorrow morning, I offer. You always say that. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. The road's flood, I say, weaking into my ears. The tourists are crazy. We're all crazy. Open the window. The crank sticks, then loosens with a groan. When the sash gives, the smell that comes in is full and deep and layered. Peat and lilies and stagnant water and the green syrup of vines. It fills the kitchen like a guest that never asks to sit. Tyler busies himself with the dishes, clanking, humming something. They're paper plates. There's not dishes.
Tell him. Tell him.
Trash from the basket. Clanking the jars.
I love it when she gets fiery, y'all. You know.
To the cupboard. I throw away paper plates with cursive grease patterns on them. The balloon has come to rest in the corner, spent, the gold wilting into black. You remember when Naomi got her tongue stuck in the popsicle in the freezer because she wouldn't wait for the microwave? What? She's always looking where she shouldn't. No, nothing about Naomi. Yeah, we'll take that out.
Imagine having an actual writing assistant who is just standing there right there as you edit through it. No.
No.
Thank God for AI. We might have a lot more murder.
I'm going, I say finally. I can feel the minute the spell breaks, the moment everyone becomes a person again. Tyler reaches for the empty paper cup like he wants to keep me here with lemonade and tape and a new crisis, but his hands lands on the stack of napkins and he just pats them like a pet. Thanks for the cake, Amanda. Seriously, I'll eat more tomorrow, Meemaw says without looking at me. It's a lie. It's a truce. We'll just say it's a truce. Again, you get one. I'll text you because he's the one who likes the noise of my phone. If you need anything, we need love. No, we don't. She's not going to say that. And she's not going to say, I'll text you to Tyler. That's what counts here. There we go. Better hate than hunger. 1992. Her eyes click sharp on mine, clean and bright as the day in 1992 when we stood in this kitchen and she didn't cry for my mother because it would have broken something she needed us to lean on. Her voice drops to a crackle. Don't let them drain it. Okay, that's a good place to end.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is a good place to end.
Okay,
I mean, how far in did we get?
I'm pausing it. That was 35 minutes, so I'll write that down.
What I want to know is how far in did we get?
3,800 words. And
nice.
Looking at the system here, you know what? Because I did 1.5. So the original calculations was 5 minutes to run it, 20 minutes for the first round. So 25 times 1.5 is 37.5, and this was 35 minutes. So we're still within the margin of 1 to 1.5. So that did not take too long.
No, it did not. Nope.
We did good.
Dear goodness.
Okay, so then what you do is you go back out of this. So we have that saved, and then I just click generate the next chapter, and now it's going to write chapter 2. Go ahead.
No. I was going to say, and bada boom, bada bing.
Yeah, it'll just write chapter 2 now because I cleaned up at chapter 1. This is always the thing that we always had, this feature, but now you can do it chapter by chapter.
But it won't get necessarily better and better at writing the chapters because of the older stuff.
Yes, it will, because you're taking the time to fix it as it goes along.
Okay.
It's always going to have the summaries of every chapter. Oh, I'm not sharing the screen?
No, you are sharing the screen.
Okay. It's always going to have the last 5 chapters that were written in full and summaries of all the chapters and the worksheet, and it makes a plan it extracts everything it needs to write the next chapter, and then it'll write the next chapter. So that's one of the steps that I want to tweak a little bit.
Nice.
So
wow, that's cool. All right, and now I'm not sharing your screen anymore. It's just the two of us. Good job. And I hope y'all enjoyed the big announcements about the transitioning from the mastermind to the accelerator.
Yeah. And
go ahead.
In that chapter, it counts as one round of edits. It needs one more round of edits, and then it's good for publication.
Oh, yeah.
There was nothing wrong with that chapter. It's 3,800 words. I would, like you say, clean it up but I don't know how tight I want to make the writing until I get further into the book. That's why I didn't just go ham on deleting everything. I left some stuff there so I get good bits later on.
Yeah, I get that. Sometimes it really does have a little bit of a thing about feel. And then other times, your story, how it's going to do all of its stuff, and you just want to run everything all at once, And
the big thing is too, like, I can see a world, making this world where I wake up, and we start doing, our writing sprints, right? We chat for 5 minutes. That's the moment that we all click the button to make our chapters run. So we're chatting while the chapter's running, and then the chapters are done. Ding! It's time to go edit them. So we set the timer to go clean them up, go fix them or whatever. The sprint ends, and now while it's chatting, it's time to run the next chapter. It's going to change the feel of writing sprints. They almost become editing sprints.
That's actually a very good way to put it and think about it.
And back in the day, 3 chapters like that, 3,800 words, that would have taken me all day to do. But I can do probably 3 chapters in about 1 to 2 hours. And then I've done my writing for the day. And I can go do my other stuff that I need to do. And 3 chapters a day into a 30 chapter book. You're going to have a book done in 10 days that's gone through a whole round of edits. And you only need to do 1 more round of editing. So it's pretty compelling.
Well, I was just thinking, yeah, and then you send it off to your editor. Oh my gosh, that'll be so.
Now, what's different about this is we have some new features coming too. They're not hooked up yet, but eventually you're going to be able to, and by eventually I mean like next week, they're going to delete, you can uncheck documents in your worksheet, run a few chapters, and if you uncheck it in the worksheet, it won't be in the context. So for your mystery writers and stuff, you can hide information as the book is running. We are also going to work on some different tooling and things like that for you to have like a little chat bot that you can immediately talk to about the book right there, as it's, I'm stuck on editing this and I need some help on this, and let me highlight this. It's going to be very basic in functionality because the point is to get you moving. The train chugga only goes in one train or one direction. It can go fast, it can go slow, it can be a bullet train, it can be we make 30 stops on this train. So I'm excited.
I'm excited too, because every week we have something new that we're either announcing or we're doing or we're implementing. We're working with different aspects of the industry, from publishing to actually working on software to actually teaching people how to work with this stuff. I'm telling you, we have these pillars that we live on, and I appreciate them all.
And I mean, you could do all of this in Raptorite. By the way, chapter 2 is done. So that's less than 5 minutes for chapter 2. And chapter 2 wrote 5,300 words. So if I got through that one, did another 30 minutes on that, in 1 hour, I would have probably about 9,000 words edited, which is, that is crazy pants, banana pants stuff to be that fast.
Yeah, actually, it's very appealing.
I think I'm going to be adopting kind of like so one of the tricks that I've always had is taking a nap in the afternoon. It resets your brain, because like my best time to write is in the morning. Like a lot of people, like when my brain doesn't have a lot of things on it. Now morning can be 10 a.m. if that's when you wake up. But usually when you first wake up, it's really easy to write because that's when you don't have other constraints on you or anything, even if it's only 30 minutes or 20 minutes. What they don't tell you, you don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. I write first thing when I wake up.
What do you think? 1 chapter a day?
No, I would probably work in 1 to 2 hour sessions. So a 1 hour session should get me about 2 chapters done. So I would see myself doing like a morning session, an afternoon session, and an evening session. So I'm getting 6 chapters done in a day, which is insane, but not frying my brain, because like we learned from the book camp, this is the broken part. This is the part that hasn't, and I don't want a chip. I'm not asking for a chip. No, thank you, Mr. Musk. I'm just saying, like, I'm learning that this is the part that is constrained. Now, some other solutions might be listening to the book, maybe not as constraining for me. I don't know. We're going to
maybe
that feature so people can listen to their chapters. The point is, going this methodology, what I think I'm going to like about it better is that when I get to the end of it, my book is done and ready for another round of edits and publication. It's not in this overwhelming state of there's 40 chapters now I have to edit from scratch.
I mean, and the way that theoretically, let's go back to the 12 books a year model. That's an enormous amount of books for one person to be putting out. But theoretically, you could go 5 days in a row, 6 chapters a day, and edit all through all of it, and then be in the process of doing all of the other stuff that you would have to do for publishing the book.
Yes.
So that it can be published at the end of the month while you've still got another book that's already done and popping up, in the middle of your other process.
And when you run a chapter on your first draft, it actually runs 3 different prompts right now. It runs 3 prompts in a sequence. We have the ability to add more prompts to that sequence. We can get it to where the chapter runs, and also it now pulls your marketing verbiage. That's another plan that we have down the road. We can also we can have another thing that we can start adding your first edit, where there's like editing filters that go over. So if we know ChatGPT has a tendency to do what it does, I can pick a more focused model, like a non-thinking model that's just going to go through it, and it's only going to take out, like, if it has 5 similes if it has more than 2 similes in a row, you need to cut them. Yeah. And then I don't even have to see it and make the decision. So I don't get the, do I like this one better than that one? I'll just let it decide.
Yes. And then you can just make edits on that thing. And then, oh yeah.
Yep.
That's yummy.
And then you can always update the worksheet. Before you write a chapter, it's going to pull your worksheet from scratch. So if you go into the worksheet editor, like let's say you've got 3 chapters done and you're like, oh, I like that. What Jay is saying, I like going chapter by chapter, because sometimes you find something in chapter 3 that throws off the chapters and you get a mountain of changes to do. So you could go update your worksheet for what you're going to decide to change, or whatever you want to do, or put the changes into the wizard, the cascading thing, and it'll just change it for you. You can change your worksheet in between running these chapters. The idea here is that we want to facilitate control, but we want to encourage you to keep moving and keep going. And by the way, every single chapter, you can rerun it. You can regenerate it. So if you get something that's absolutely like not at all what I wanted, you could go change your worksheet and then click
garbage.
Yeah, you could go regenerate. And this is why we charge half a credit, because like I said, that could be abused. We'll be watching for abuse. You could hypothetically use it you could be swapping in your worksheets and use it to write 2 books with one, but don't do that. We will notice if you do that.
Elizabeth, you talk too much. Okay, so all right, everyone. That is that. I did that little new song. I made a little 58 second blurb on it.
And I will be doing an after party in the lab room.
Cool.
But I won't be very.
She'll be doing.
No, I won't be very. I'm getting information, so I just want to hang out with the family, like our found family tonight. So.
Oh,
it's okay. Everybody understands.
Let me see here. FFA. I'm looking for the assets. There we go. And MP4. And boom. There we go. So I decided for disco.
Jay, open up your Teachable, and where it says welcome, start here, there will be a link that says the Zoom room links, and you'll click on the lab room. But you just go into the Future Fiction Academy class on your Teachable, Jay.
Okay. Elizabeth's going to go party with all of y'all. Hey.
It's
join the join the accelerator, y'all, because we're accelerating into the future of publishing with the Future Fiction Academy. My name is Ekello Harrod, and this is
Elizabeth Ann West.
And
I'm sorry, I'm getting texts about my mother.
I hear you. I was trying to get you out of here.
Love you guys. See you in the lab room.
See you in the lab room. I'm gonna play you some music, y'all. Bye.
New. Come on. New. Come on, I want you. New. Come on now.
Ladies and gentlemen, that 38 seconds of me coming up, that new version, and you should go back and listen to it. on with headphones because it was clarity popping. Anyway,
All right.
have a good day, everybody. And
Bye,
I hope
everyone.
see y'all in class. See you in class.